Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a little bit more of Mind Magic 8, Day of the Destroyer. I was wrong! There is music on the title screen. Oh boy. And apparently, according to someone who messaged me earlier, I was wrong as well, that I do have indeed, whoops, something in my inventory that is a horseshoe. I do indeed have 4 horseshoes, so I'm actually covered for being able to upgrade my dragon here. All the way to level 7. I thought this was kind of weird, because I did remember redoing this at some point, and, well, originally when I played this, I did not exactly know what horseshoes did, but when I replayed this at some point, I tend to just straight up go for the dragon's lair and get my friend here. And at some point I also realized that the horseshoes you can pick up just along the way are good enough to get our dragon friend up to level 7. So, well, we are going to be definitely using that. And I have no clue where there it is, the dragon's lair. I was a bit off to say the least. Could have checked the map, but I'm lazy. If the new buff section is going to be interesting, yes. You should definitely get the record. For anyone who does not know what this talked about, there's a thing Mr. Magus discovered in the Secret of Mana remake where you can get debuffs and buffs forever. Preferably not the debuffs, but the buffs, so that needs to be routed out a little bit as well. Which is, to be frank, a little bit part of the reason as to why I'm not so motivated to play the remake right now, but I just really want to play this one, so I hope that's a good enough excuse. Here, I don't think, yeah, actually we've taken on this quest. Wait, the Dragon Master is up on top if I'm not mistaken. So, I'm actually in the wrong end. You wish you got 8 hours of sleep? I only got 6.5 as well, so sometimes that works out. Right now I'm not terribly tired, so I hope it's going to be better than afterwards. Master Dragon for 4,000 gold. We also have just enough money. And ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know why we have Master Dragon, it is because flight. Flight does exactly what you think it does. It allows us to fly. And flight is not just nice because we can more or less freely move around in the air or up and down, but it has other benefits on top of that, such as being able to move significantly faster. You can see our ground speed is way crazy. Also, there are Nagas over here, as we heard, that have stolen some stuff. So there are those Nagas. Those Nagas actually like casting some stuff on you, and I can actually move up and down still while turn-based combat is enabled. Also, Ithilgo just shot the Naga for 50 damage. So those Nagas are actually pretty strong. We shot that one, the Naga warrior, for 50 damage about 3 times now, and she's still not dead. So that one is quite resilient.
Someone else should look at that. Never seen one before.
Okay, that one is finally dead.
Never seen one before.
Either way, what I used... I messed up that. What I used to do for a while here, when I was a kid, when I figured out, how the flight works, I couldn't really take on the Nagas, but I just took on the Nagas like this. I just had bows, and everybody, they can't get close to me, and whenever they shoot something, I just duck down or go up. It's really efficient actually overall.
Yes.
Naga Queen that was.
Yes, it died.
And the game is broken. Yeah. So, I'm not going to do this right now, but what I used to do when I was a kid, essentially, I just kind of... There's a lot of Nagas over here, like a lot. And what I used to do was essentially just Oh, Naga hide. I don't even know where you deliver those. But there's basically like wolf's hides that they allow you to sell them for a decent price. Either way, what I used to do is just kind of kill all the Nagas out there. And as I mentioned before, they don't actually respawn. Well, most monsters or enemies, generally speaking, don't respawn. And it's kind of nice because you can clean out an area and then until the year turns to the next one, you don't have to worry about them at all anymore. So that's pretty awesome. Oh, I forgot to activate the Naga bot. Let me do this real quick. Sorry about that. I'm going to see you, Quadlight. Welcome, and Helen as well. Hope you guys are doing well. So, I know Naga's hides were somewhere. I thought they were around here. It might be in a different city. Master Sword. Let me check real quick. Either way, you will see me move around now significantly faster. Mostly thanks to being able to fly. Expert X. Where's the drum? We need to deliver the drums to them. Or do we actually want to do that? Because apparently those drums are used to kill dragons and such. Oh, learning mastery. Interesting. And I kind of want to ally myself with the dragons rather than anything else. Expert identify monster. That sounds interesting. Can we invest into ID monster? We can. Might be a little bit early to do so, but I'm here already. And I did have barely the money, I just realized. I didn't even think about that before. Also, the upper and lower door lead to the same part of the building, apparently. Quest, poison. Right, this is the guy where we need to deliver the flower for poison, so to speak. Arms Master Expert. I do believe we could become Arms Master Expert. Yeah, actually pretty high up in here. But we don't have enough skill points on our poor little Minotaur. We need to kill some more enemies to level up, then we need to train and have the money to train. A lot of things. Either way, I thought the Nagas were somewhere around here. I may have been mistaken. Either way, we now have Naga hides in our inventory. I might just look that up real quick, unless someone knows where I can sell those Naga hides, because they are going to clutter up my inventory quite a bit. Oh, join us, there's 2 of those. They are going to clutter up my inventory quite a bit if I don't manage to get rid of them. By the way, fall damage is a thing, so you don't want to fall from too high up. You can fly only straight up, but you can fly diagonally down, which is kind of weird. Master body. Alright, that's okay. Probably not around here. Either way, I would say we have done a little bit of exploration of the Garrote Gorge here, and I'd like to go back now to our previous location. So last time we actually did technically leave off by taking the coach here
Need a coach?
to Ravenshore.
Ready to go.
And I will just take advantage of this one here again, and we are basically back here. Also, real quick,
Welcome, adventurer.
I wanted to take a look at the bio of those characters that, well, we had or didn't have around with us. Here's Simon Templar, the guy that we, well, just mysteriously couldn't recruit into our party because of some weird bug in the abandoned temple. When he was a lad, the elders of Simon Templar's village were quick to notice that intellectual pursuits were not in his future. Encouraging him to put down his pen and pick up the sword, they made him into the soldier he is today. Well, I guess that's fair. He doesn't seem too terribly bright. Then Arius. But also he is not a coward, considering he went into the abandoned temple all by his own. Arius, Minotaur. Born of a long line of Balthazar lair blacksmiths, Arius saw nothing but the pounding of metal in his future, a prospect that did not sit well with him. Seeking the experience, he left the underground city to find adventure in the larger world. I like him actually, but unfortunately 2 Minotaurs is a little bit excessive. Is it? I could go for 2 Minotaurs. I could replace our Necromancer. Not sure. Either way, we have music now, which is really nice overall. And let us check our quest log real quick. So we have a few things that we are supposed to do. Among others, we did pick up one of the quests that we were supposed to go ahead and clean up some of those wolves that are roaming the lands. We, as you may remember, just kind of passed by those wolves just running past because it was rather dangerous to try and stick around there. However,
There's some. This could be tough.
dire wolf yearlings,
somehow.
dire wolves, overall, they are not too terribly
I
strong.
don't know it.
I might be wrong, he just took a fire dragon shot and didn't die. I thought they were not terribly strong. Either way, we also have Flame Blast. Wow. It's basically like Fireball, but apparently stronger for the most part. Plus, it doesn't cost him nearly as much spell points. So, also, here we have... Sometimes you get a ring on the wolves. Presumably they've eaten some unfortunate prey.
It's worthless.
But you also get direwolf pelts. As you may remember, you can gather those in order to sell them to the lady that wants to eradicate the direwolves. Ignoring as to what exactly would happen to the climate, or... Let's put it this way. The... balance of nature, if we kill too many of those direwolves. Completely ignore that fact. We just kind of go ahead and kill most of those. And thanks to our flying, this is pretty easy because, as you can see, our movement speed is quite significant overall. Being able to just ignore the wolves closing in on us, because they cannot even hurt us because we're way too high up. And we can also take them on a little bit in melee damage. Oh boy, he's cursed.
Haven't seen one before.
A pack leader. I don't even know what curse does. I don't even know how to heal that with potions and such. That is interesting. And good night. The yearlings are the weakest of the bunch. The pack leader is quite a tough cookie, to say the least. We get some rings. Speaking of identifying things, our dragon actually will be able to identify items fully. So if we ever need to identify something or ID item, once we level him up quite a bit, he will be able to identify things for us. By the way, he is only level 5 as well, so not terribly high, but it is, well, quite handy for us for now. Hey, it's nostalgia. Thank you. Appreciate those kind words. So, I believe the wolf pelts were somewhere around here that we needed to deliver. You will see me fly close to the ground very frequently because it's just so much quicker than walking. So, direwolf pelts. We delivered all of those. That way they don't clutter up our inventory. They are pretty large after all. And here we have a purple barrel. Purple was... not intelligence. Intelligence was orange. So it's speed. Oh, and here we have also pedestal. Challenge of might. You failed the challenge, so Arius having... or actually, you're not Arius, you're Moth. 32 strength was not good enough. Here, Ithilgor actually has 30 strength, so he is pretty strong, which you guys, I guess, could assume because he's a dragon. Speaking of our dragon here, I kind of would like to free him from the curse, and because I don't know exactly how to heal him, white barrel, that's luck. Not mistaken. We get plus luck. Because I don't exactly know how to heal him, orange, there we go, this is for you. I'm going to just go to this place here. We can heal him to full. He also recovers his magic, that is nice. We can also learn skills potentially. No, we have picked up everything so far. We can also continue to donate.
A benediction to you.
And we have a ton of buffs now, just kind of all at the same time. It's kind of cheap-ish, in my opinion anyways. To pick up those buffs. Also, I feel like we want to invest into air magic. Unfortunately, I kind of missed the option to become expert air magic, mainly because I really like Wizard's Eye. Like, that's my main reason why I want to get a mastery into air magic. Curse makes you fail casting spells sometimes, by the way. Alrighty, thank you. That is good to know. Remove curse is a white potion. That would make sense, because I don't remember any basic potion. Alrighty, we have quite a few wolf packs again, just kind of around us. What we actually can do, and what I like to do as well, is we can just fly around here. As you can see on the minimap, the red dots are kind of converging to us. After a certain amount of time, we will no longer be able to... Or basically, only a certain amount of enemies can follow us. So we cannot actually see them here. So, however, because we just gathered up all the bunch of wolves, there's not really that many alive anymore. So I would like to actually see yearling, pack leader, and good night. So this is an easy way to round up all those poor little wolves and destroy them rather quickly. There's various reagents just kind of scattered throughout the area. I'm not going to bother too much about picking those up, because there's plenty of those anywheres. Also, as you can see on the minimap, right now they are trying to approach us. I'm going to take care of that chest in just a moment, after we do the same thing here. In my opinion, there's not a whole lot of a reason to just try to fight them. Normally anyways. Oh, right. I actually thought I had the flame spell bound. I didn't. Here we go. Boom. By the way, while you're moving, you have... I think you recover slower. Also, those wolves, they don't fear anything. I believe even if they are low HP, they will never actually back off at all. So, picking up everything. Here we can try to disarm. Didn't work. Ow! Duck. And here we have Cure Poison, which is actually really nice to have. I like having Cure Poison. Two-handed sword.
It's worthless.
I don't feel like those are terribly interesting to have or pick up. We pick up the reagents, we leave the rest in here. Picking up those fires gives us more rations, food rations, in this case 4 food rations. Before I forget about it, I need to do this again, that way I can actually see where the wolves are that we just destroyed. And then let's take a quick look at our inventory. We still have plenty of space for lots of things, so we are fine. Good morning to you, Setzeromus. How are you doing? Are those bus real time or in-game time? They are in-game time. Basically, for hours of those buffs, that would be quite extreme. But as you can see, 25, 19, 16, 11, they are definitely in-game time, those buffs. So they don't last literal hours, but in-game hours essentially. Alrighty. We're still really terrible at disarming traps, but sometimes that's okay. Just picking up the gold.
I don't know this.
It's worthless.
Alvarian Poignard. I don't actually know what kind of thing we have. We pick up the
worthless.
water resistance gloves. We can actually use those. You say it's worthless, but considering we don't have gloves on everybody, we might as well use those on you. Not really much of a reason to just, well, not have those really. We also picked up some gold rings. Most of those will be just worth selling, or well, not worth anything but sell.
I'm not sure.
And he can actually not identify gold rings, so his ability to identify is already at its limits. So this is the dire wolf den. Once we clear out this den, there will be no longer any dire wolves around, and well, actually it's not entirely true, but this is our quest. We want to clean out the dire wolf's den. Also here, didn't I get body magic for you? I thought I got body magic for you. Maybe I did that before or after the autosave. Oh, our party apparently is not in good shape anymore. Once again, those are the side effects of haste. Because haste is kind of, well, like that. In this case, I'm just going to go to the tavern real quick. Also, this tree has a capital T in it, by the way. We go back to the tavern real quick and rest for now. Because at the same time I will be able to sell those wolf pelts as well, which is nice. I don't exactly remember where it was. Was it here? No. I always forget. There we go. 250 gold per direwolf pelt. It's not a whole lot, but it's easy money right now anyways.
Make yourself at home.
So, perception skill. I'm not even sure whether this is terribly useful for
Rest well.
us overall. Okay. By the way, if you cast a fireball or an explosive type thingy somewhere close to you, that is really unhealthy. Did I inspect the tree already? No, I didn't. I will, don't worry. I don't know all of those kinds of secrets, but this is one of those that I do know. So as you can see, this is a tree with a small t. This is a tree with a capital T. What that means is we're going to probably die if we try to interact with it, because it's essentially a chest. It's a hidden treasure which contains artifacts. I'm not sure how you're supposed to figure those out, or whether you're just supposed to notice that this tree has a capital T in it or anything like that. But this is something I learned at some point. And, well, let's hope we don't die. If we die, I'm going to reload. So the only requirement, so what you can do, just to stop in-game time, what you can do, or what I like to do, is just save so we don't die. That's my only requirement. I can heal up, I can rest up afterwards, and that's the only thing I do. But what you could do, if you wanted to, you could just save, open, check what it is inside. If it's something useful for you, you can immediately use it, or you can reload the save. It's not useful. I'm not going to do that. Alrighty, we survived. And oh boy, that is looking really fancy. So, those kinds of treasures do usually contain some form of artifact or similar type of weapon. I have no idea what that is supposed to be. I'm actually really tempted to just go ahead and get this identified real quick. Also, by the way, we have centaurs over here. These are in the top right corner of the map, essentially. I kind of avoided those so far, because they are actually ranged units. They are not terribly strong, but I would like to deal with the dire wolves first, and then we can check out what is over there. Alrighty, the weapon merchant is in one of the corners. There it is.
Our axes are the best.
And he can identify this for us for 65 gold. So this is Elden Rail. Longsword, plus 14 attack, 3d3 plus 14 damage. Holy cow, that's quite something. Accuracy plus 40, 10 to 20 points of light damage. The Forge of Chaos was destroyed in the making of the Swords of Balance. Legend says the Blade of Light, Elzenrael, and the Blade of Dark, Glomenthal, will play major roles in the last act of the universe. Holy cow. Also, holy cow, Crimshaw subscribed with a $25 subscription. That is crazy. Crimshaw, thank you so much. Welcome to you. And well, I hope you enjoy your stay. Thank you very much, sir. That is really highly appreciated. So, this sword is essentially what I alluded to at some other point. It is not our main proficiency, but if someone can use swords, that thing is probably really good. So she can use swords, he cannot use swords, so even though I really like going for daggers for her, which I forgot to even look at this, which that's not quite as good. I'm going to give her the sword for now. This is quite something, to say the least. You don't think anything else in this game has light damage, really? You're probably more knowledgeable about this game than me. Oh, I thought this was training grounds here. Training grounds was somewhere around here, wasn't it? There it is.
Practice session just started.
Need more experience. We could level up, but actually here's a problem when you level up. Arms Master. Sure, might as well give you that. When you go and train skills, time passes, a lot of time. And... oh, orange. Well, we know where that goes. Time passes, a lot of time, and I kind of don't want to invest that time right now for that matter. Also,
Excellent.
I'm going to use this as a quick cast since I will want to use Wizard's Eye all the time compared to the other one, which, since his best spell that costs a ton of magic is essentially the same power as Ithilgor's regular attack, we may not have quite as much use for him right now for that. Also, interesting to note, usually on those mountain ranges we find those ores, and they are okay. What you can do with those, you can essentially just go and pick them up. They are kind of like reagents, but they are a bit special in that you can straight up trade those for random items that various characters can craft. Also, on the map edges here, on various cliffs up there, there are chests. I have no idea why. They are just random chests here.
Look out.
So we have another leather armor here. We will probably try to identify that sometime.
Worthless.
Oh, you can actually even.
It's worthless. It's worthless.
Plus 2 helmet, we just leave that here. And he has a better leather armor now. The old one we can just throw away, not all that useful. So, we go into the dire wolf's den. Probably want to heal up. And as usual, before entering, I want to go into turn-based combat mode. So, by the number of wolf tracks marking the approach to this wolf's den, either the wolves are extremely active or hundreds of them live in these caves. Maybe it's a mix of both.
It could be unsafe, but let's go.
Could be unsafe, that's one way to put it. Yearlings and yearlings. So, inside the wolf's den, because it is so cramped, I do believe usually don't quite find that many wolves at the same time. Also, each one of those wolves has a chance of dropping a pelt for you. Some of those you basically, well, destroy too much of those wolves and they don't quite survive. Oh, hi. Those are ratmen. Greater Bear Rat. We have heard of those, but only in conjunction with the smugglers. So, kind of curious that those guys are in here now. Also, I should have picked up some body magic for a Minotaur earlier, so he can heal us a bit as well. By the way, once again, how loud is the music? I feel like it might be more loud in certain areas compared to others. Is that a dragon? Yes, we did get a dragon in our team. That was a pack leader. Good night, sir. Check our minimaps to see whether there's enemies around. Sorry, I keep missing the correct button. Thanks to our dragon here, we don't really have much of a trouble with most of those enemies around here. But it looks like those wolves were
Too easy.
basically not just hunting on their own. There were more enemies around here that were essentially just taking advantage of their presence or taming them. Either way, the wolf invasion that happened in these areas wasn't exactly a coincidence, it looks
Look
like.
out.
A lot of money. What is this? Bone of Doom. Quest item. The arm bone of legendary necromancer Zakaria. It is infused with the death magician's evil energy. I don't know who would like to have that, but probably someone in the other areas.
Never seen it before.
It's worthless.
Festival hat. Hats decorated with cheap glass gems are worn by regnants on festival occasion, of which they have many. Journal scrap. Let's take a look at that. Agrees to you, Garros Varkarian, and also Aurora Borean. I'm doing quite excellent. I hope so do you guys. The Bone of Doom indeed. Journal scrap. My brethren, as I had feared, Ravenshore is not a friendly place to our kind. I was chased from the city limits by a torch-wielding crowd. It was like something from one of the stories told to frighten us when we first undergo hunger, meant to scare us away from populated areas. The direwolf of this era did not seem to mind my presence. Perhaps they recognize a kindred spirit. Tomorrow, I will try to make it to Garrett Gorge. Hopefully, I will find shelter there. Seattle Vinicius. Huh. I wonder whether he was a Verat and they just kind of were pretty much racists against Verats. Well, that would not be so friendly. Which is less than ideal to say the least. Ah, I interrupted it. Either way, yeah. Prejudice. Only because someone is aware that doesn't mean he's a bad guy. Well, they are attacking us, so we don't really have much of a choice in the matter here. But diplomacy could be a thing if you wouldn't use pitchforks immediately. This is where it came from, actually. So I need to go the other way around to see whether there are more enemies around here. There's a yearling. This is also yearlings. Yearlings are the weakest ones, if I'm not mistaken. I might be mistaken.
Too easy.
So picking up various other pelts and probably also a few rings along the way. I will wait to identify those rings. Oh, there's a cage. And let me do this. Alrighty, I was wondering whether we were too close to this, but actually we were not, which is nice.
Never seen one
The
before.
Packmaster is dead. I didn't realize there would be a Packmaster here. We found a ring on him, which is nice. And we can see the cage is not even on the minimap. This must be pretty far away, a pretty large cage, which in turn means those guys are probably rather tall as well. Do you see pack leaders in there? Probably some form of a trap. And as you can see, now the gate opens, but thanks to us having a dragon that can act about twice per turn sometimes, we don't have too much trouble taking them out. And this was probably the remainder of the enemies around here. I don't actually know whether there are any hidden tunnels or compartments or anything like that in these areas. I am not aware of any. So this was just kind of a reasonably wide open area. Once again, I'm actually curious where Perception Expert, Master and such is. Did I actually learn that by now? Let me check that in my journal. Teacher locations. By the way, I also installed a little thing that makes this slightly more readable. Not installed, it just kind of replaces the text thingies. So, Staff Expert, Sword, Dagger, Axe, Spear, Bow, Mace, Shield, Leather, Chain, Plate. It's so much easier to read now. Fire Magic, Air Magic, Water Magic, Earth Magic, Spirit Magic, Body Magic, Light Magic, Dark Elf, Dragon, Identify Item, City of Alvar for the expert when we want to identify item, which is probably something we want to pick up soon. Merchant is a Daggerwood Island, Repair Item, Body Build, Meditation, Regeneration, there's our trap, Identify Monster, Armors Master, Alchemy, Learning, and that's it. No, we have actually not figured out where any of the perception teachers are. So I'll definitely want to try and take care of that. And that is pretty much all that is in the wolves den. I don't know whether we need to take out all the packs of the wolves, but we certainly, let's say, could. There's not too many left overall. There's this pack here that we kind of can carry around, or drag around to the other pack and then just burn them to a crisp, thanks to a little dragon here. Essentially, having a dragon this early on, you could say it makes it really easy, which that's definitely true. I just like to think of it being
Too easy.
a little bit of a jump start. So dragons are really, really powerful, especially this early on. But it will not last forever. Sometime they will basically be about equal to other characters in terms of attack power and survival, etc. Also, here we have a building up there. This is the Chapel of Eep, or more specifically one of those. Basically the cheese worshipping place. We're not going to go in there quite yet. Here we have a contest of accuracy. You fail the contest. If you win the contest, I believe you get skill points, if I'm not mistaken. Pick up some lumps of ore, because might as well. So, and let us deliver the pelts, and also we should have completed the quest now, I think. Not entirely sure whether we need to clear out all of them or just den. Let's see real quick. Finally! You have killed all of the direwolves in the region. Travels are once again safe. However, I now find myself in need of a new business. Yep. No more business for you. I'm sorry. Have I tried the 4 dragon party before? No. As mentioned yesterday, I did not even know there were more than... Oh boy. I wonder whether there's going to be a boy that has a capital B in it. Either way, as I mentioned before, I did not even know there was a 4th dragon. I only knew about 3.
Make yourself at home. Rest
So.
well.
Just going to rest here for now. And I would say let's go on train. We should probably have gathered enough experience to level up a little bit. And also I would like to get body magic for our Minotaur.
Excellent.
We're level 10 now.
Excellent.
Level 10 here as well.
Excellent.
Level 10.
Excellent. Excellent.
These level 8. Okay. Once again, we lost our flight because time passes. I did actually not need to rest in the inn now that I think about it. But we have more skill points now available for our distribution, which is nice. I agree to you, Hobbes. Welcome. How are you doing? Cheese worshippers? Yes. Basically, the bear rats really, really, really like cheese, so there's that. So, no, not quite what I'm looking for. By the way, this thing has a...
We might need a key.
Enter Eschaton's crystal. Who is Eschaton? How do we know his name? Eschaton is the guy that you saw in the intro, by the way. I didn't realize it would just display his name there. Yeah, we need a key. We need to be able to enter there somehow, sometime. How do we do that? Not sure. Either way,
A library
is
of magical
magic.
knowledge.
it is elemental magic. I'm looking for body magic. I'm not entirely sure where that thing was, to be honest with you. I know it was around somewhere. Is this a thing you can enter?
A key.
We might need a key. I wonder whether you can actually enter that at some point. A red barrel. +2 to might. Permanent. I did apparently miss that barrel too. And yeah, I don't seem to be able to locate the thing right now. Naga heights are here in the middle of Ravenshore. Oh, I was not aware. Interesting. Did I actually mark that on the map by chance? Topper's Pulp. No, that is trading quests. That is good to know. This is the thing again. The middle of Ravenshore, you say. Hold of time. I don't think this is the middle anymore, is it? Expert sword. Knight of the Crystal. We do have a really good sword right now, so maybe it might be worth briefly investing a little bit into sword to become expert, but can you even become expert? You can. Let's do that real quick. Might as well. Knight of the Crystal. Around the crystal somewhere, you say. Alright, let's see. Not here. By the way, if you bump into a wall, you lose your flight and have to reinitiate it.
Our axes are the best.
Speaking of axes, do you have anything new of interest? Not right now, it doesn't look like it. can sell this one for now. We'll probably want to keep good knives around overall. Also that doom bone is interesting. The nice thing about this game is basically you can pick up quests before... Oh, there we go. 500 gold per Naga hide. We only have 3, but now we know where it is. I'm going to mark this on the map. Thank you very much, Mr. Megas. Well, the nice thing is you can pick out quest items before you have the quest, and you just kind of pick up a weird thing and feel like, oh, that could be interesting. So, yeah. Also, up here, if I'm not mistaken, there might be some more chests. Either way, in these areas, there is 2 more things that I know are here, and I would like to just kind of go for. There's one chest. Let's see. Where was this arm trap, anyways? Where was this arm trap? I need to look that up real quick. I keep forgetting which button I need to press for skills and such. U? No, Q. I guess Q technically works, then I can just switch over here. You'll see what those things mean soon. There's miscellaneous. Red leg. Oh, I did not know that. That's good to know in case I forget. Obelisks, fountains. I did not know those were actually saved in here. That is actually really neat. Feature locations, either way, I was looking for ID item and trap. Mace expert, shield expert, chain, plate, air magic. So ID item is in Alvar, right? I technically knew that already. Repair item, bodybuilding. This arm trap here, Daggerwound Island, I would need to go for. And was it you who had pretty decent? No, not you actually. You had pretty decent disarm trap, so we could probably go back to Daggerwound Island sooner rather than later, because this chest is going to hurt us again. Because we just don't have enough mastery, so to speak. So this is a
Worthless.
hard leather armor, but we don't really need any more
It's
of
worthless.
those anymore. Water walk. Since we can fly, this is kind of pointless right now, but could be interesting to get such a thing and then go back to Ravenshore. We're probably just going to sell this one now. So, here. Did I miss this one? Did. Speed. Alrighty. Here are centaurs. Unfortunately, they are not friendly. Why? I don't know why they attack us, actually. I wish they would just kind of talk to us instead. But we can just do this. Kind of the same concept as we did before.
Easy kill.
And just, oops, I did not mean to fall. Just take them out with ease, essentially. There's no point in taking out all of them, so I'm probably not going to bother, but there's a little place here that we can enter. Tomb of Lord Bryn. When he passed away, Lord Bryn was mourned throughout the land. His tomb is a holy place visited by pilgrims and other well-wishers.
What lies ahead?
So this is a tomb. What do we find in a tomb? I actually don't know exactly what is related to this place. But here we have the Tomb of Lord Bryn. Before I click on it and make everything aggro, I want to see what happens if I just look at it over here. So here we have Kyberus Q,
It won't be any trouble.
Cool Jerk, Klala,
Easy slay.
Rebana, Kyber Kisu, Lara, 10 Erniford. This looks like reference to developers. Hodgepodge,
Easy slaying.
Steve Chakwa,
Easy slaying.
Daviel, Game Girl,
It won't be any trouble.
what?
It
Guthwolf,
won't be any
King
trouble.
Louis,
Easy slaying.
Lord Kilborn. And I just clicked on the thing and they didn't aggro and I get a flute. Why do I get a flute? I'm allowed to take this for no repercussions. Flute. Quest item, Naval crafted instruments. Okay. What is the dragon's name? His name is Ithilgor. So... this is interesting. Let's try to ascend those stairs. You cannot talk to those guys. You don't seem to be able to interact with them at all. And I don't know whether there's anything else in this area here, but we got a flute. Why? I honestly have no clue what this means, or not means for that matter. So there's more centaurs here. There is a pedestal of earth resistance, if you'd like to have that. They're just going to shoot us. I'm just going to keep moving so we don't get hit. And there is another treasure chest, or a chest in general.
Look out!
Just pick that up. Oh, this is the first pair of boots actually we found.
It's worthless.
Just 2 defense.
It's worthless.
Preservation. Preservation. A scroll to cast this spell. I don't know what preservation does though. Sounds interesting.
It's worthless.
Nothing too terrible. Interesting, we just leave those things here. And here we have an interesting one. This is the Oracle. Greetings, I'm the Oracle of Jadam. The mysteries of the hidden world are open to me. Through long years of training, I've gained a small measure of control over time and space. I can reach my hands through the void and bring things to me, both items and knowledge. I lost it. You never had it. Rude. Essentially, when you lose a quest item by dropping it in the water, you can go to this guy and you retrieve it, from what I understand. I'm actually not entirely sure about that, but I think that's what happens. Hint. I see a vision of you in which you take a letter from Elgar Felmoon in Ravenshore to Aryan Hunter, the leader of the Ravenshore smugglers. After this, you return to Felmoon. The end of the vision is a blur, so you must not have lived entirely through it. Still, it is your fate to do these things. Indeed, he basically hints at what you need to do as your main quest. There are some more chests here. I'm going to skip those because there are tons of minotaurs. There's probably not a terribly interesting loot in those anyways. Those are reasonably low-ish level enemies anyways, so we probably already have better equipment, although it would give us probably a bunch of money too. So, we are supposed to bring that letter to the Felmoon. By the way, this is the Chapel of Eep is over here. This was the tomb. Here we were... no, actually, this is the tomb. This is the seer or oracle, I guess. I don't actually... oh wait, that was the wolf's den. However, we have still quite a bunch of things here that we have not explored yet. An evil flute. Is it evil? I have actually no clue. Oh! That thing has a capital B. I did not know that. So before I get destroyed... save game. But we don't want to land in water, that is going to hurt. No? No? No. Am I not close enough? I can't interact with it. I guess this is nothing. I figured this would be something. Do I need water walk? Did I... here, now we're walking water. Maybe we can't be... no? Nope. Okay, I guess it doesn't work. Too bad. I'm surprised, actually. It had a capital B in it. I thought this would be something, but apparently not. So we get more lumps of ore, we get more random reagents. Oh, and a different lump of ore. Iron list ore. Value 5. More reagents, in case we ever need those for that matter. More lumps of ore, and as you might be able to tell, this is here. So, the other guy actually told us where this thing was. By the way, when I was a kid, I was scared. Oh no, this is going to be terrible. I need to go through water in order to enter. And as you may know, water actually hurts you quite tremendously in this game if you try to walk through it. But in this case, nope. This is basically water you can stand on for some reason. Seems like shallow water, but at the same time it seems like a place for ships to be in. B for bait. If it was your favorite, nice. As usual, before we enter, actually, hang on. Before we enter, the Smugglers Cove. Even in the free port of Ravenshore, some goods must avoid official eyes. Such usually pass through this secluded cove in the care of the Verat smugglers. To real quick give you
This one's powerful.
animalist,
Haven't seen one before.
bestial animalists, so basically they are shapeshifters from what I
This
can
one's
understand.
powerful.
So, basically, from what I understand, good night, they are not so powerful. To give you a real quick reintroduction as to what we are supposed to do here, we actually do have a reason to enter this dungeon. In a lot of cases, we don't really have much of a reason to enter dungeons, we just go in them because they are there. In this case, we do have a reason to enter this dungeon, and also figure out that there's a hidden door here somewhere. I don't know where, but it's here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Either way, our reason is essentially because we need to somehow figure out a way around the pirate. And the other guy told us that we should ask the smugglers for their ships, because apparently those ships are the quickest in the entire area, and we definitely want to take advantage of those. However, the tricky thing is probably for us that how are we going to be... Oh, yeah, right, I forgot about that. How can we... 43 damage with the sword she got. Holy cow. The smugglers, basically, how can they be persuaded for giving us their boats, basically, for this kind of mission? And we did receive a letter in which essentially the leader of the merchant guild kind of threatens for something, an accident to happen to the daughter of the smuggler leader if he doesn't cooperate. It's just kind of straight up blackmail, so to speak. Alrighty, we have blue, we have orange. You know what, let's actually see real quick. He has 100 spell points. 105. Alrighty, personality gives him spell points. So I'm going to give intelligence. So I give him the orange barrels for now. Red, green, both of those are for you. And then we have this one here, white, from luck. Some of those enemies tend to shoot some projectiles. They don't deal a whole lot of damage, at least not compared to what we are shooting. So that's that. And good night, sir. And essentially, instead of being able to parley with those smugglers, well, what do? We just straight up waltz through their cove and dungeon, and they will probably not have that many people left to operate the ships anyways after we are done here, so it seems like a reasonable suggestion that we are allowed to take those boats, even if we didn't blackmail them, I guess. Maybe. Will I play Might and Magic Legacy someday? I have to admit, I don't know what that is. Oh, I was pressing the wrong button. And he is diseased. Oh boy, what does disease do exactly? I am actually not entirely aware. Oh, hi. Ha. However, we have cure disease potions, so we use those. So I actually don't know what disease does for you, or, well, was against you, really. Okay, the Ratmen. Okay, more of those guys. I'm not even bothering dodging those. I don't feel like it's worth it. They don't deal too much damage overall. This is after all the quest that you were supposed to do basically right after you arrive in Ravenshore. So us having leveled up a little bit, having a dragon on our side, we don't really need to fear much. Red Barrel. It is Might Magic X Legacy. Oh, it's the 10th one. That's just the grid-based one again, isn't it? I have played that on my own time a little bit, and I wasn't terribly impressed, to be completely honest, with that game. It was intriguing and interesting to an extent, but it was also really buggy at the time. Maybe they fixed that by now. So, alrighty. Maybe I should not forget to use Bless, but using Bless on single attack with targets is always a bit awkward. We don't need to bless the dragon because he always hits with the breath anyways if they connect with the enemy's hitbox, so there's that. So what do we have here? More enemies. That's a lot of those then.
Too easy.
Easy kill indeed. Alrighty, so we managed to find where that smuggler really there. Interesting. Hi.
Okay, you've beaten my guards. Truce! I'm Aryan Hunter. I suppose you could call this all my operation.
What do you want?
Blackmail. You did all that to my guards to deliver a letter? Let me see that. Felmoon wants my boats. Never! What? He threatens my Arabelle.
Very well. You can tell Felmoon he can have my boats. I guess there's no refusing the merchants of Alvar's what they want. My cargoes are not the kind that want inspecting by harbor officials, so my boats have to be, and are, the fastest on the coast to Chadam. They can't even outrun a regnant galley. From here they run west to Ravage, roaming and east to Shadowspire. He has actually 2 quests for us apparently.
I sent periodic reports of the activities of the merchants of Alvar to the dread pirate Stanley in the tavern. The pirates rest on the island of Regna. Now that the merchants have bargained for my assistance, we must deliver a false set of reports to keep Stanley from being suspicious. Take this report to him in Heraxburg on the island of Regna.
We actually don't get to Regna anytime soon, I don't think. Sure, we can do that eventually.
The merchants of Alvar took my family into what they termed protective custody and used this as the means to secure my services. However, as the caravan with my family was returned to Alvar, they were attacked by ogres and bandits. The ogre Zog took my family from them. He took them to his fortress in the Alvar region. Now I am to spy on the merchants of Alvar for him. As long as I do so, my family lives. If I stop, they die. Can you rescue them for me?
He is in quite a pinch, that poor guy, actually. To be fair, he is a smuggler, so he should be somewhat used to those kinds of things. Also, you might see a little thing on the map. But he is not in all that good of a shape.
Stop! You may not enter the storeroom.
Right, this is the kind of same concept as we are now somewhat allied with those guys. And we are not allowed to enter those storerooms anymore, and we should have actually done all those things before, I guess. That one better be get stopped here as well. There is quite a bit more of the lair left around here. Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. I don't know what is in those storerooms anyways. Aha. Actually, didn't the smugglers have the ointment? Or at least they knew about the ointments and such. Maybe we'll have to break that at some point anyways. But for now, they are our allies, so I'm not going to do that. Alrighty, let's move. And that's that. Oops, don't hit the head. That's the entirety of the area down here. Let us actually real quick explore whether there's anything more worthwhile at the edge of the map around here. Probably nothing, for all I know anyways. And we could also check whether we can go back to Ravenshore briefly, because there's air magic expert there. And I'm still surprised that there's nothing you can do with this thing. It's so weird. Maybe it's for a different interaction that I don't know about, or so. I have no clue. So let's see. On certain days you can go back to Ravenshore with a ship if you want to, and we would like to for disarming traps, and we would like to for other reasons too. Sorry, come back another day. Alrighty, not today. Actually, this might be a different ship. The Wind.
Sorry, come back another day.
This is a smuggler. Red barrel. I do think those barrels do replenish over time as well. I'm not sure what their replenish time is, but I'm pretty sure I would have picked those up the first time we came into the city. So, I'm actually going to briefly take a rest in the... in here? The item was Alvar.
Welcome. A quiet room, you say?
ID was Alvar. Aha! I'm sorry, I just really liked that. Sorry, come back another day. I don't know when exactly we are allowed to go to Ravenshore. 4 days to ravage roaming. Oh, that's a different place. We may want to go there, but not quite yet. So, Merchant House of Alvar. Wait, I need to go over here to talk with this guy.
Have you done what as I've asked of you? Very good. And here's the payment we agreed upon. Hunter's boats will be useful us through the crisis. Yes, crisis I say. Since your initial visit, several other caravans have missed their scheduled stops. There are also rumors, twice I've heard, of the appearance of burning lake of fire rising out of the desert. Volcanoes! Lakes of fire. I fear the mysterious crystal has something to do with it. In any event, the guildmaster in Alvar must be informed. As you may be aware, our guild headquarters is located in the city of Alvar. If you've never been there, the easiest way to reach it is to follow the river up through the canyon to the north. Go to the guild house and find Bastion Lordrin. Tell him about the crystal and the rumors. Lordrin will know what to do. So this is the main quest line, so to speak. We will be following that sometime. I'm not sure when we are going to get around to that. Maybe right now, maybe later. I actually haven't exactly planned that out. Still kind of looking for the... Ah, there's the other body magic
Sure,
shop.
we got spells.
So, magic. Magic. Thank you very much. Now we would like to have some heal. Arm. No, not arm. Cure poison regeneration. Sounds really lovely and nice, but unfortunately we can't really do much with those. Mind. Remove fear. I guess someone else being able to remove fear might be nice. Bless we already have. Turn on that. Fate. Fate. Nothing terribly interesting. The canyon to the north in order to get to Alvar. If we are lucky, we can also take a coach to Alvar instead. The coach is right around... it's not that far away. I was about to say, thankfully I do know my way around this city for the most part. If I did not know this, this would be just kind of people tearing their hair out that are aware of where the things are.
Need a coach?
Oh, nice.
Ready to go.
We're going to Alvar. People tearing their hair out because... oh, come on, by now you should know. But I'm terrible at remembering stuff. This is something I basically mostly remember thanks to having it done so often. So, here we find some more horseshoes. Only 2. Huh. Horseshoes, once again, are nice to just add a few skill points up to it. And this is the city of Alvar. Let me give you a quick overview. Draw distance isn't that great, but you get the idea. Essentially, over here we have a few places. Here we have basically the slums as well, over from the other thing. Here we have a pedestal of Day of the Gods. That was weird. That's really strange. I've never seen that before. Day of the Gods, what that does for you is... I believe it's a really crazy good spell that just does a little bit of everything. There's a ton of houses here. We will probably want to check those out sooner rather than later. And as soon as we know what is where, we will be able to kind of move on. Here, the first house of this entire area is a mage guild.
A library of magical knowledge.
They do have the maximum level of the spells here and their spell books once in a while, which are pretty powerful spells. Mass Distortion for this here, but we are nowhere near to be able to learn those anyways. We have Master Spear, if we ever are looking for a spear. I'm trying to go through those reasonably quickly. Grandmaster Bow, Expert Dagger. Lovely, that's exactly what we want to be doing. Here, where is Chopper? City of Ravenshore, she could become Master. Well, even though she has her sword right now, I could technically lift the sword over to our Minotaur. That would not be wrong either. Master Chain. Master Chain, we need to be Expert Chain. We are currently Expert Chain indeed. We can probably get that. No, actually not yet. We need to have level 7 or 7 points into Expert. So we need 5 plus 6, which is 11 plus 7. Which is 18 skill points total in order to become Master Chain, which is not all that important right now. I'd rather go for other things. Expert Dark Elf, this is handy to know. This is the baseline level for Dark Elves to become better. Expert Shield, kind of the same deal with those here. I do believe for the most part we are currently using a one-handed axe, but I don't think we can even use a shield on a Minotaur. Shields, she can actually be pretty proficient in shields, but once again later on I am planning on having her use 2 daggers. Grandmaster Dark Elf, right around the corner. White Barrel for luck. Expert Mind Magic. That is kind of nice to know. I'm not going to worry about that for now. Master Disarm Trap. Wasn't Expert Disarm Trap here, around here as well, I think. I think there was. So basically I'm just moving around the outer edges, then we go back inside. Expert Perception. Sweet, that's exactly what I've been looking for. I really want to have someone proficient in perception in order to find all those hidden doors so they'll blink up and I don't actually have to know where they are, I will just see it straight up. That is my current main goal. Get Grandmaster Perception. Which I do need to get my Minotaur promoted before I can reach that, I believe. Helga Steeleye lives among the necromancers of the Shadowspire village of Twilight. She is basically the master one, and the Grandmaster is Grandmaster Balan Surtail, so in the city of Balthazar, in Ravage Roaming. Expert Dark Magic. Might as well learn that while we can. No reason not to. Expert Identify Item. So, I do want to invest Identify Item into this guy here, because he can become Grandmaster eventually. This is 7 skill points. No, it's actually 9 in order to get to up to 4 from 1. So, he is now significantly better than our Devlin Arcanus here. I'm putting all the rings over to our little dragon friend. That way we don't need to worry about whether we can or cannot identify those. Give this over to Elspeth. I'm only keeping stuff that seems rather unique or uniquely useful on my Minotaur here. Cure Disease potions or scrolls are technically part of that. Here you need to bring those over to our friend as well. She has a really full inventory. By the way, around here we can have those iron ores reforged into random items. We will probably want to do that. So give those rings all over. This is a reagent. By the way, a wolf's eye is essentially a reagent that makes
Perfect mix.
a red potion. It's kind of nice. More health potions if we need them.
Leave it.
So most of those rings are just literally for sale, nothing else. I wonder, you do have merchant, only up to master though. Alrighty. We have kind of found already what we wanted to find. Master fire magic, that is interesting too. Master earth magic. This month's bounty, fire elemental. Well, he would need to enter the plane of fire in order to kill those guys. Hey Roman Emperor, welcome. How are you doing, sir? One day you'll beat Quadlight. One day indeed. Also, greetings to you, Quadlight. Welcome. I hope you're doing well. Also, Ich. Ich is the Grandmaster Alchemist. I always found that to be a rather interesting name.
What can we do for you?
Learn skills? Right, we all
Go
have
with our
everything here.
blessing.
I always
What
like
can
looking
we
at
do
those
for you?
little animations inside. They just start over afterwards, but what kind of house of healing is that
Go
that
with our
summons
blessings.
genies?
How can we help you?
This is a bank, but we probably don't want to keep our money for
Rarities
now.
from across the land.
So rarities from across the land is exactly what it sounds like. This is +6 boots, or +6 defense boots, +10 defense gauntlets. Sounds pretty awesome. We probably want to start stocking up on those sometime anyways. But for now, want to sell all of those things. None of those rings has anything special attached to it. I also sold the boots by accident. I guess we can get rid of them anyways after all. You can actually not buy stuff back,
Business was a pleasure.
but we got a
We
bunch of
carry
money.
only the finest.
Speaking of the finest, here is a snakewood bow. Once again, we might as well want to upgrade our bow, since we do trying to see a distance for as long as we can. We also have a dagger, 2d2 +3. Which, that sounds interesting if you ask me. Here's other daggers, 2d2 +2. Those are essentially just slightly better. 2d3 +3. 2d2 +3. So it's a little bit more variance, but on average the same damage. +3. Also, this has better hit rate. But once again, we don't use the daggers yet. Right, I could sell that sword. There's nothing really terribly useful about it.
We carry only the finest.
Sell, and I'm sure we can use that bow for something. Or for someone. So, who could use a better bow? Our cleric? That's actually pretty
I kept
decent.
my packs full.
Arbalest. She had a very basic bow. You had a basic bow. You have a better bow. Alrighty. So we have one more basic bow.
We carry only the finest.
And the rest we can try... well, if we get an upgraded bow, then we will need to start looking at which one is actually better.
Greetings.
I see. Fair enough, Quadlight. And greetings to you, XF. Salutations. How are you doing, sir? Welcome. Some more potions if you ever need to have alchemy trained on other characters. As mentioned before, I don't necessarily care too much.
How can I help you today?
How can I help you today? Let's see whether we have any armor that looks worthwhile or interesting to buy for now. We can upgrade our leather armor if we wanted to. But for now, I don't think that's all that worthwhile. But +5 speed on a helmet. I would like to grab that. That sounds useful. Speed allows you to recover faster in combat. Oh yeah, right. Minotaurs cannot
My
use
pack's
helmets.
full.
So you get a new helmet. It also has better defense. +2 armor, we just throw that away. Littering is allowed.
Practice session just started.
We can level up apparently here. All the way. Oh! Oh, so we did have enough experience to level beyond level 10. But the Ravenshore Guild could not actually give you more than 10 up to level 10. So
Excellent.
I
Excellent.
didn't realize
Excellent.
that.
Excellent. Excellent.
Nice. Alrighty. We have a few more skill points now at our disposal, which is nice overall. Let's see, what do we have here? Blue barrel. Everything for a Minotaur. Once again, I love stacking things on just one character. And here we have a little tavern.
Welcome.
I will keep checking until I am really sure that I don't need any more of those skills. So, victory conditions is Tower of 50, resource 150. So let's try to get this done somewhat quick-ish. 4 damage, you lose 3 gems, we start with 222. All available, take 5 damage, play again. Oh, that was 7. That was pretty costly for it to deal damage to me as well. Deal damage to this tower. 4 damage to the tower directly, in case we could do that. -6 wall. Doesn't actually affect us right now, because we don't have a wall. 4 damage plus 3 wall. If quarry equals... Oh, this is +1 quarry basically. Better than not at all, I guess. 7 damage to us. -1 enemy quarry sounds actually really nice. We're going to do that next time. I'd rather have him -1. That way he only gets 1 brick per turn. Which is way better for us. So, he also just used up the rest of his bricks. He will not be able to use any of the brick-related cards for a while. Enemy loses 3 recruits. Sounds good to me. He has 1 more dungeon and 1 more magic overall. Draw 1 card, discard 1 card, apply it again. +6 recruits, +6 wall. If dungeon is less than enemy dungeon, +1 dungeon. So this gives us an additional dungeon. 5 damage to enemy tower. We need to be wary about our tower. Enemy wall is greater than 0, 10 damage. So this deals 10 damage right now. Ooh, hoo, 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 hoo. I would like to build up my tower sometime, but right now I don't have anything. I'm actually going to play this one. Hoping for towers. 2 bricks. Play again. +4 wall. This doesn't look pretty. We can play this next turn actually, so we should be fine as long as he doesn't kill us right now. No! Rude. Let's try this again. +1 magic, +3 tower, +1 enemy tower. Let's just get straight up magic first. More magic for us. So we have 4 magic already. That's 1 quarry. I like getting those resource gathering thingies early. +1 wall, +1 tower, +2 recruits. Don't need the recruits right now. +2 tower, +2 damage. Enemy tower. Oh, the guy with the lowest wall loses 1 dungeon. I would like to do that, but only, well, if my wall is not lower than his. +1 tower, play again. You lose 6 gems, I would like to keep those. He gets a quarry. +1 to all players' quarries, you gain 4 gems. No, this benefits him more than me. +7 wall, 6 damage to enemy. This is actually going to be nice. Nice. Alrighty, now we can do... Well, we could do this next turn. If wall is larger than enemy, deal 3 plus 3 damage. I guess it's fine. No, my wall is gone again. Rude. +4 tower, if you lose 3 recruits, 10 damage to enemy tower. I would like to discard this one. 9 damage straight up. +11 tower. I guess that's cute for now. Actually, if I can play this one at 24, we will be perfectly fine. Here, I'm actually going to... Is this going to be paying off? I think it will pay off, yes. +11 tower. That's good to me. Now we just need to try and protect our tower. We just need 3 more power to win here. Slow magic. Oh no, I did not want to do that. I needed to wait. I'm going to discard a card here. Okay. Just wait 1 more turn and I should win. There we go. No, actually, it hit me for too much. I didn't realize that. No! Oh, plus 12 tower. Never mind. We win. There we go. Also, fill pack for 30 days. Oh, 15 days for 30 gold. That way around. Whoops. Alrighty, we have explored most of the area here. Let's continue here real quick. Adventure, he can technically join you if you are high enough level or fame. I don't know which one it is. Ogres and bandits.
Over the last few weeks, there have been reports of bandits and ogres robbing travelers at all the major roads of Judaam. Times just seem to be getting worse. Between the Ragnar pirates and these bandits, it seems that no one is safe to travel by any means.
Indeed, there are actually quite a lot of bandits and ogres. There is even an ogre fort, as we have learned last time as well. Here, this guy can join you eventually as well. This one here, actually, I believe joins you right now. It is so boring around here. I mean, why did I spend all that time training if I'm not going to use my skills? Say, perhaps you could take me with you. Clear, you headed someplace exciting. Will you have Rouhani, Oskleton, the Dark Elf, join you? Yes, actually, I will. In just a second, after we say goodbye to our friend, Devlin Arcanus. So, in all my playthroughs so far, I've always kept Devlin around, essentially, because he's reasonably competent, his magic is incredibly useful, especially in the early beginning. But for now, I am going to go ahead and say goodbye to him. Because once again, I don't plan on going the Lich route. I plan on going the other way around for once, because I know the other way around, but I don't know the Lich. I know the Lich route, but I don't know the other way around. So that's going to be interesting. So Rouhani Oskleton is going to join our ranks, and she is a Dark Elf. So the special thing about Dark Elves is essentially that they also have elemental magic, basic air, wind, water, fire, and earth magic. They also have glamour and Dark Elf skills. This one here, if we use it, before entering a shop, she will get discount, or basically her mercantile skill will be significantly improved. She will be quite proficient in shooting the bow. I'm going to invest 1 point into bow already. And overall, her ability otherwise is daggers and chain vest. I don't actually know exactly what... Oh, she's actually pretty good at disarming traps. In fact, she will be Grandmaster eventually. I was not aware of that, so I could have saved my disarm trap. Wait, I did save my disarm trap. Who got disarm trap now? No one. Alright, that's good. I didn't invest into that. Perfect. Disarm trap. I want to get that more or less right now. So she comes with some basic amounts of equipment items. Let's see whether our other items are good enough. Here the stuff is not really useful. She should have a bow already. This is a very basic bow. The thing is, however, she, as a Dark Elf, are basically rangers. They are very proficient with bows. So I kind of want to give her the best bow we have. So she will deal more damage with that overall. You can get a basic bow again. I'm not entirely sure what your cloak is about. Just 1 armor. This one gives +3 armor. It's just straight up better. Here she does not have a helmet yet. She gets 6 armor through this and bit of resistance and water resistance. She does not have any rings yet, I don't think. Dark Elves are probably the best class of the dragons. Are they? I actually don't know. Either way, this is Our Lady now for...
Spell ready.
for Wizard Eye. So she can't get proficient or grandmaster in the elemental magic, but master is already sufficient for most of my needs. She can become grandmaster in merchant, so if we ever care too much about that or much about that, we can do that
We
too.
got spells.
I don't think we can learn... Oh, she can learn meditation. We definitely want to teach Cactus essentially free abilities that... Meditation in this case. Meditation skill adds spell points directly to your Cactus spell point totals. So if you just have it baseline, it adds some spell points that we gain basically just for money. Indeed, we have a dragon here. He's pretty good. Expert perception. Didn't we have disarm trap here somewhere? Or actually, that's the reason why I went here, isn't it? So we went around there. Now we are down here. I don't know whether I did check this house. Day of the Gods.
What can we do with?
And this was, I think, most of the area except for over here. We haven't been over here yet. Greetings, I'm Zahel Itala, the historian of the Alvarian Merchant Guild. How can I help you today? Cleric Necromancer War. Lying as they do on opposite ends of the light to dark spectrum, relationships between Necromancer's Guild and the Temple of the Sun have never been the best. But now they battle openly. Oscar Tyr, head priest of the temple, says a holy wish drove him to declare war on the guild so as to rid Jadam of the taint of darkness. Both groups are relative newcomers to our continent. The guild has set up its foothold in Shadow Spire, and the first and only Sun Temple of Jadam is in Murmur Woods. Dragon Hunters. The renowned dragon slayer Charles Kissot on Arathia has set up hunting expedition of Ingaroth Gorge. This is no safari, in fact. It's the largest operation of this type I've heard of. The hunters have a permanent base from which they sell hides, eggs, baby dragons, and other items. Garrett Gorge has always had a large dragon population, but I imagine they must be facing extinction. So efficient are Quixote's hunter. And oh boy, Nostalgia subscribed to Twitch Prime. Thank you. Thank you very much. Welcome to you, and well, I hope you enjoy your stay. The camera angle is as if you're 9 foot tall. I'm actually slightly floating in the air because moving through the air, or flying so to speak, is significantly faster than walking. So I'm basically always just hovering a little above the air, which is because I'm flying. Minotaurs. The Minotaurs of Balthasar's lair in Ravage roaming are a proud culture. The recent defeat of the very Frost Giant has, if anything, made them even more fiercely independent, more sure of their ability to face any task alone. Still, I've told the guild that they would make great allies, both to face the current crisis and later as trade partners. So he basically gives us quite a few information. As I said, I'm flying here. If we were to walk, this is how fast we walk. It's not terribly slow, honestly. But flying is just about twice as quick. You can just fly so much faster. Master Meditation is right here, if you ever want to get that. My life, who are you? Fromago Manor. From the name alone, I assume cheese. Greetings, I am Azael Fromago, the world's preeminent connoisseur of fine cheeses. Oh, some might say that Elkanah, Justo of Edinburgh, holds that title, but he is a dilettante, a mere dabbler. My life. Even as a lad, I knew I had special relationship with cheese. I'm sorry. Why my first memory is of nibbling a bit of farmer's cheddar from my mother's hand. From that day, I knew it would be my passion to eat cheese, to know of the endless variety, its tasty wonderment, and to search the world for rare and exotic cheese stuff. And so have I made my life and destiny. Warrior Cheese Masters. There are no people more dedicated to cheese craft than the august cheese masters of Warri. Otherwise known to be rather barbaric, the Warri Frost Giants are true emblems of the potential of civilized development, at least as far as cheese-making is concerned. Did you know that they have 42 different words for cheese? Quest. I have traveled to these lands to catalog its array of available cheese. My task is nearly complete. There are yet 3 cheeses I've yet to sample. These are Freelando, Eldenbrie, and Dundalk. I will reward highly any who could locate these rare and reputedly tasty culinary gems for me. Remember those cheesy locations on top of the mountain in... Well, that one location I just pointed out. I know 2 locations of cheese temples, but I'm not sure about the third one. The mother's hands, not for the mother herself. Hi.
Hello.
Hello. Ogres have become more problem. Oh wait, that's my Minotaur saying hello. Ogres have become more of a problem in our daily lives. If someone were to deal with those ogres, their fortress, maybe things would get better. Yeah, they seem to be mostly plunder. Promotion to Dark Elf Patriarch.
The Merchant Council has sent our greatest warrior, Cory Blackthorn, to consult with the Sun Temple priests about the disaster that have struck all of the dam. Cory left for the Temple of the Sun in Murmurwood shortly after rumors of the cataclysm were heard here in Alvar. She was to return after consulting the priests. We are very concerned that she has not returned. As for your promotion, only Cory can accurately test your skills and assess your worthiness for promotion. If you find her, provide her with any assistance she may need, and return here with news of her status and location. This is actually a reasonably easy quest if you know what to do. If you don't, could be a bit tricky. Cory Blackthorn. This is the home of Cory Blackthorn, greatest dark elf warrior. She is currently out working for the Merchant Council of Alvar. Perhaps you should consult them as to her whereabouts. Well, you told me she went to the Wormwoods, buddy. And we cannot promote the Dark Elves, which we will want to do eventually. Let us head over here. I do want to see whether we can get disarmed traps on time. Red barrel, more might. Wasps. Hail, adventurer! Sure, we have wasps in Alvar, and rather large ones too, but we tolerate them for good reason. Many of our customers desire wasp products, say. If you want to get in on the action, the trader Veldon is a broker for wasp parts. He lives here in town, and I hear is currently trying to fill a large order for wasp stingers.
Interesting. So, here we go. Rummaging through garbage again. Hopefully not getting diseased along the way. And apparently getting really interesting things for now. So far, this guy hasn't gotten diseased once. It's pretty impressive, honestly. Yeah, this guy has not gotten diseased. And we found some more items.
Worthless.
We should be able to identify all of those thanks to our Ithilgor. Oh, ideal skill. Sure. Thanks to our Ithilgor being reasonably proficient in identifying. So, Dragon Ability Master. We could invest more into Dragon Ability to just increase his baseline damage and also make him Grandmaster eventually. But for now, that is kind of secondary.
Welcome. I can make many wondrous things from the various ores that are indigenous to Jadam.
Make a weapon.
You need ore for me to create weapons.
The better the ore, the better the weapon I can make. Like, all the ore is on Lamentia here. And we can't just make weapons. He can make random weapons. There is other guys that also can make weapons. Bounty for Ogre Ears. Return to me with Ogre Ears if you wish to be paid. The forces of the Ogre Mages, Zog, moved into this area right around the time that bright flash traveled across the night sky. They harass and even kill travelers who seek to reach the city of Alvar. It would be a great service to Alvar if you were to eliminate all of the ogres that harass the roads to Alvar and the ogres in the fortress near the city of Alvar. Return to me when you have killed all of the ogres in this region, and I will reward you. Sure. And was that it? I thought there would be... Potion of Pure Luck.
A potion of pure luck would be a great assistance to any merchant. One could stumble upon any number of great deals if his luck was at its highest. Bring me the base ingredients for all the potion of pure luck and I will reward you well.
Oh, apparently we did have the ingredients.
Excellent. With this I can brew another potion of pure luck. Take this potion as your reward.
I didn't realize that. Potion of Pure Luck adds 50 to permanent luck. Plus 50. The highest we have on any character is 25. Luck influences pretty much everything. So enjoy. Hey Belime, welcome. Might and Magic 6 to 8. I only have ever played Might and Magic 8 particularly much. I've started 7, but I didn't get particularly far, aside from just basically the first island and then a little bit further than that, but not much. I've watched Magas play a bit though. Here, Wasp Stingers. He basically wants to sell us the Wasp Stingers. Or we want to sell him Wasp Stingers if we want to make money. Alrighty, I was reasonably certain that basic trap disarming was here. Am I wrong? I'm probably wrong. So let's see, those are weapons first. Mace, chain, plate, magic, body magic, dark elf, identify item. Well, it might have been identify item rather than disarm trap. Oh no, that was Dagger Wound Island, I'm a derp. Right. I remember now. Okay, in this case, we are now in Alvar. We are supposed to deliver a letter to the main building. You may have wondered, why did you not go to this one? Because this is where we end up with. So, our current quest is essentially deliver... No, that's... Basically, it's our main quest right now to go here. To deliver a report from the Merchant Guild from Ravenshore to the main hub here, the Merchant Guild House.
Welcome to the Guild House of the Merchants of Alvar. I'm Bastian Lodren, the High Guildmaster from here. We run Alvarian Trade Empire.
Deliver.
Disaster in Daggerwood 2? This is indeed disturbing. If one were to believe all the rumors, one would think that all of Jadam is in upheaval and chaos.
I wish any more.
I rely on our caravan masters for news, but all who were supposed to arrive here this month have not.
What I do here that troubles me.
Hurricanes, floods, and now volcano. The worst I've heard is that a sea of fire has appeared in the islands and desert, and this from many sources. I wonder if this crystal in the Ravenshore has something to do with it. Its appearance at the onset of the calamity seems to be more than coincidence. All of this upheaval is seriously impacting our guild's business. I need more information, but I'm being buried in gossip and rumor. Many tell me of this sea of fire in the Iris Desert. I've heard the tale enough that I almost believe it. Confirmation or denial of the lake's existence would be of great help to me. You would serve me. Go to the Irons and Desert and seek this lake. If it is indeed there, find me someone who saw it appear. Bring him back here, so I can hear his story myself. So we are supposed to go to Irons and Desert now. I will go there eventually, probably. Not entirely sure when. Are we in no help allowed mode? Basically, if you know, let's say, I'm looking for a specific teacher, you can tell me where it is specifically. If I'm looking for things in dungeons that I don't know, I prefer to not have any spoilers. Just kind of basic things that are just quote-unquote a waste of time. If I have to look for those things myself, you can tell me where those are. Because I don't want to search every house every single time I'm here, but my memory is not good enough of this area to remember everything. Either way, we could explore here a little bit of Alvar if we wanted to. We could also go to the cheese chapel, but I feel like one of the more pressing matters is those ogres. By the way, here we have entered the Dark Dwarf compound. I'm not going to go in there, that is pretty dangerous. If I'm not mistaken, entering there was rather unhealthy for me when I was in there last. Like, in terms of, I didn't survive for particularly long. I'm not sure how strong or difficult it really is. Test of accuracy, we failed. But it is quite something. I'm flying. Flying is essentially just way quicker method of travel than walking. Also,
Bees! Actually, it's wasps. Wasp worker.
I have no idea.
I don't know why the workers attack me rather than the warriors, but
I have no idea.
those are a lot of wasps. And as you can see on the minimap, there's not actually going to be any less. There's a lot of flowers up here, so you would assume the workers are just gathering honey? Why do wasps gather honey anyways? Isn't that bees? So, in truth, the wasps and bee population in this game are more of a combination of wasps and bees rather than one or the other.
Too easy.
She deals 50 damage with her weapon currently. This is crazy.
Haven't seen one.
Wasp sentry.
I have no idea.
That is pretty strong. We rather would like to back off a little bit, so we don't get melee attack. They do poison you if they hit you. Also, as you can see, they drop their wings, they drop stingers when they die.
He's done for.
And we can just kind of collect everything afterwards. Rather simply. So. Bong, 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 bong. Thing is, I prefer to not kill those guys if I could. Avoid that, but they attack me, so I don't really have much of a choice. Welcome back, Blood. How are you doing? Those are vegan wasps. I see, possibly. And here you can see the ogre stave people were talking about. The ogres are actually reasonably easy to take down overall. We don't really need to worry too much about those, generally speaking. Thanks to us being able to fly, and they don't have any ranged weapons either, we can just do the same as we did with the wolves. They are not terribly smart. Kind of like the wolves. So what we do here is we just Wizard Eye. Then we fly backwards. And fireball them basically. Boom. Didn't kill them, they are a bit stronger than the dire wolves. They're just not any smarter.
Easy kill.
And the rest can we just clean up. Like this. Boom. The thing is, we can't use those kinds of tactics indoors. You cannot fly indoors in case you didn't catch that yet. So we will need to be a bit more wary about enemies. So, also, here we have more trash heaps and more things. You seem to be completely immune to those kinds of trash heaps, so that's interesting. Also,
Can't carry it.
they are full.
Worthless.
I guess I should have gone and sold some stuff. The halberd might actually be really interesting overall. Yeah, actually, let's go and sell our stuff real quick, because we want to enter that ogre fort and then essentially empty it one way or another. So never feel sorry for wasps. They are creatures filled with hate. The thing is, they produce honey. We know that actually. Well, I know that. But they still attack us. Not entirely sure why. Maybe they create honey from things they scavenge and hunt. Possibly. So, display inventory. We are just going to sell everything. I'm not going to bother with the merchant house guild quite yet. I just want to get rid of things that we most definitely don't need at this point, and just have more space in our inventories. And also, while we are here, I might as well go to the healer guild real quick.
What can we do for you?
And just heal up everybody to full, because of the Day of the Gods.
Go with our blessing.
We actually do have significantly and incredibly increased stats, thanks to that pedestal, by the way. Day of the Gods still lasts 20 on hours. That is quite a lengthy amount of time, and we just have way more magic points and such. Did I not heal you? You don't have maximum MP. Oh well, let's see. Let's check the rest of the trash heaps. Some flail. We get some lump of iron. I wanted to show off that there's other merchants aside from... Ooh, that looks fancy. Aside from the ones that we've found so far. That create stuff out from iron, but... Well, I haven't found them really. Which is concerning. Also, here's an interesting one. There is a little hidden compartment to the backside of this. This is actually something I figured out as a kid myself, just kind of randomly clicking on all walls when I started realizing that there are hidden things all over the place. However, this is kind of like the previous ones. Oh, it actually worked without getting killed. This is kind of like the previous ones, and it has one ultra rare thing in it, whatever that means. A plate armor. I have to admit I've never seen a plate armor, I don't think. Also, our friend Ithilgor cannot identify it, so we have to
anymore.
go and identify it. Which reminds me...
Leave it.
Leave it? Oh, I will leave it. So, we will want to be able to equip plate armor on a Minotaur sometime. Actually, I can do that right now, technically, right? I do think I do have skills for plate. I just need to become plate expert, so we don't have quite as much of a penalty anymore. But for now, we are raiding the Ogre Fort raids. Ogre armies need carry no winches to their fort building site. Their strength of arm and back is sufficient to raise the massive beams and posts. Well, I mean, they don't need to, but it will still be more efficient.
Let's investigate.
I didn't follow my own advice of only entering when I'm in turn-based combat
I have
mode.
no idea.
Mercenaries,
I have no
Ogre
idea.
Mage Apprentice,
I have no idea.
Ogre Magi. Alrighty, here's what we do. We try to kill this guy,
One before.
and then we escape into this direction. Here, let's try to... Uh-oh, cursed. Well, her spell might fail, but right now that is not too much of a concern. Ouch. Still want to get rid of this guy as soon as possible. We move over here. One dead. So, I don't want to get surrounded by all of those, although it doesn't really matter too much, but this way we can also back off a little bit. So, can we do anything else interesting? She does have basic healing. Maybe I give her the heal and such, rather than the Minotaur, and I didn't remember. Doesn't sound too unlikely if you ask me. Oops, I meant to upgrade Vampire Magic instead a little bit. Because this is a guaranteed hit, it will actually deal some
Never
damage.
seen one before.
Wait, I should have used her weapon. She has an incredibly strong sword, that seems way better. Also, speaking of incredibly strong sword, you have a measly little dagger that doesn't do a whole lot. Let me give you a new one. Here, you guys can have the dagger.
I don't know it.
Ooh, soldier. $21 damage.
Too easy.
41, nice.
Why should I know?
Ogre warrior. We can't use our exploding thing, it will hit us as well. The exploding breath from Fulgor.
This could be tough.
This could be tough.
Why should I know?
Not that tough, I dare to say. You can guarantee take it up, but you deal so much damage that would be overkill. Here we go. This guy is out. Ogre War
I
Leader.
have no idea.
Oh boy. There's going to be one from our backside as well here.
I don't know.
Soldier of Fortune.
I have no idea.
I've
War
never
Leader
seen one
is
before.
almost dead. There we go. War Leader down. That plus accuracy on her weapon is incredibly useful. Mage Apprentice. I think we
I
want
have
to
no
kill the
idea.
mage as soon as possible before he
Got it.
deals more to us. We just keep backing off to other... areas. That might not have been the smartest idea.
I have no idea.
Kill it, guys. Alright, we need to kill it like this. We probably want to escape through this area here instead. Because this doesn't look too friendly either. The pink mage doesn't scare anyone.
I have no idea.
He has a lot of health, from what I can tell, at least from the health bar. Okay, we are back here.
Why should I know?
Maybe we should just try to take out the Ogre Magi first. Yeah, he has a lot of health. 44 damage. That is one round of combat. He only lost half of his health. Ouch. I'm actually going to use Bless from you on our friend here. Ouch.
I have no idea.
Another mage.
I don't know it.
40 damage. Pretty good damage so far. I'm going to stay here for now. Ouch. You're going to try and heal. No, you know what? We try to kill those guys quick. That means we want to cast Bless instead, so you have a better chance of hitting. Killing Soldier of Fortune. So this is where the game picks up a little bit. This is not the easiest dungeon I could have entered. Oh, don't do that. We actually want to kill him. We deal way more damage. Oh, a scroll. Another scroll. We deal way more damage before attacking regularly.
I have no idea. I have no idea.
Why should I know?
Oh, yes!
Okay, that guy is dead
I
too.
have no idea.
Move out to the side a little bit. Okay, the mage cannot hit us anymore. We are actually too far away for melee, which I'm somewhat okay with. We can also heal up a little bit while we're at it.
Never seen one before.
So her spells have a chance to fail. Spell failed because she's cursed.
I've never seen one before.
I was just curious how that would look. That's how it looks. 33 damage. Let's get close up to him. Trying to melee him seems like the best option I have. He's almost dead. Alrighty, we are cleaning up pretty well here. I think we can just mash through the rest here.
Got it.
There's one dude running away from us. He didn't have much health left. Alrighty, and one more dude, he didn't have much health left. Once again, when enemies generally are not too healthy anymore, they tend to run away immediately. Okay, body magic.
The spell is set.
I want you to start healing as well. It's not much healing, but it's something, I guess. Plus, you don't use your spell points, otherwise all too useful. Speaking of spells, oh boy, she still fails. Alrighty, we are backing off real quick.
Tackle this.
We can tackle this later indeed. We're backing out real quick because I would need to heal a lot in order to get all those health points back up. It's probably quicker to briefly go back to town in order to just heal at the area. Also, we have not actually interacted with the sound yet. You recover mana in those. That is really nice, actually. So, Day of the Gods pedestal. Once again, this increases all our stats by a tremendous amount. Just going to heal up
What can we do for you?
all the way.
Go with our blessings.
And then we move on. I would like for her to become expert in air magic, but I guess she doesn't have any skill points left over. After this adventure here, we will probably be having enough experience to level up a bunch of times. Let's see. Oh, there's a cage in the middle here, it looks like, or something like that. That it has a hole in the middle. I actually haven't even looked at the environment much yet. There's a dude just running around. That was a lot of damage, buddy. I'd like for you to not do that. You got the scrolls. if I don't immediately pick out the scrolls here, I will forget about them. Acid burst and stuff. You heal, that's fine. That's a lot of enemies. You should be able to more or less master this, but they do deal a lot of damage. Mercenary Captain. I see. I like the smug face whenever they kill an enemy. It's just kind of like... Especially on Flandering, you can just kind of see, got you. Oops, I don't need to hear you anymore. Ooh, that looks like a trap. Thanks to our perception, we can avoid those. Probably. Actually, I'm curious whether this is actually a trap or some other thing. Well, I guess we can avoid this by just going on the inside. That way we don't get hit by those. But hey, this is why I, really like perception on my characters. More ogres. Soldier of Fortune. Well, you didn't have much fortune, good sir. This is the captain again. He's no longer a captain. He's a boy now. Actually, you identify everything. Right now, I don't know, can you use swords? You cannot. We probably should have checked whether she could have learned other abilities. While daggers is her main ability, it would really probably benefit her better if we gave her a sword that she could use. Or a halberd for that matter. Let's see. Hi. That blood-splitting lizard seems strong. Yeah, it's fire, it's a dragon. So.
It is down.
War leader, oh boy. That makes sense, that is pretty strong indeed. Could have sold those ears, but they don't actually take up that much inventory space, so we are generally fine. So, oh, she did not manage to disarm the trap. Surprising. Gokblot is, an ingredient to forge or brew potions.
I wish I knew.
Red potions, here potions. Minotaur Battle Sword, 200 sword. I'm actually curious whether that's better than what we have.
I don't know
Then chainmail, plus 18. I'm not sure how good that is.
Worthless.
Decent helmets, I guess. Special armor class plus 7.
I can't carry anymore.
I would like to actually have you wear that. That sounds like a good choice.
I can't identify it.
Recharge item. Grants recharge item as the spell. The item permanently loses 70% point of potion strength of its charges. To use. So basically, you can recharge an item that has charges on it.
I can't identify it.
Leave it.
Recharge item. We give stuff that we probably sell over to this lady. I don't know whether we will use a charge item. So, on the other hand, you have... Oh, you don't actually have even leather armor.
I can't carry anymore.
So we gave that to her. This is the old leather armors here. We upgraded this 18. This is strictly better than what we have at this point. So we go and sell this one too. This is 45 plus 6 damage. Can you use that? This is a 200 sword, so he could not actually wield a shield. But Minotaur can't wield shields anyway. This is 42 plus 5. Can actually see how much damage you do. The damage is 20 to 36 right now. If I do this, this is 20 to 36, this is 19 to 23. Attack is more accurate with the axe, but the sword is just strictly better. This is actually something I didn't know that you could even check. So we have a 200 sword on our Minotaur now. Sounds like a fine deal to me. So I need to heal up a little bit here, because apparently Car is not good enough to disarm those traps. Even though she does have already, like, only 4 points in it actually, now I think about it. She's not even an expert yet. Which is actually even more surprising as in why she managed to disarm the trap behind the fort. We leave this indeed. Cure poison, this is body magic. We will actually pick this up because we will want to have that eventually. Journal scrap. Let's take a look at this.
Worthless.
Flying fist, telekinesis, jump. Jump. We could. No, it's fine. We get
Worthless.
magic soon. Little Arrow is subscribed. Thank you. Thank you so much, Little Arrow. Welcome to you. And well, I hope you enjoy your stay. Thank you so much, Little Arrow. And also greetings to you, Loading Cloud. Welcome. How are you doing? So, just healing up everything. This is why I like having secondary characters with heal as well. Because even though they don't heal as much, if I'm just specifically looking to heal up, it really doesn't matter too much whether they heal much or whether they heal just a little bit. It will be beneficial in the end anyways. Alrighty. Where do we go next? So, considering that this might require more than just disarm trap expert, or, well, I guess we don't have the expert yet specifically, but we have +4 skill points. I'm not sure we will be able to perceive all the hidden compartments and such in this area, if there are any. I actually do not know. This looks like it has a little thing in it, but I'm pretty sure this is just questionable collision setup. And there's a throne. We can jump onto the throne. Hooray, we are the king leader of the ogres now. This seems like a terrible spot to be in though. So, this is nothing here. Nothing here either. Oh, wait a second. The enemies are below us. What are you guys doing? I can't even see you. You know, basic geometry. Oh, wow, that's a lot of enemies actually. There's a mercenary captain. The dark red ones seem to be some of the more dangerous ones overall.
Ow!
So we do want to back off probably as soon as we can. Oop.
I've
I
never
missed
seen one before.
that cue.
Ow! I'm wounded.
Yeah, you are.
I don't. It's a match. Easy kill.
Too easy.
Easy kill is, I think, when you basically one-shot or two-shot them for a ton of damage. I don't actually know how it exactly works. Maybe it's basically a comparison to level, whatever they say, whether it's an easy kill or whatever. But, oh well, we survived, so that's nice. He gets another broadsword. We probably can just sell that too. What? Oh, I tried to cast flying indoors. That doesn't work, of course. Of course it doesn't work. Why would it? I mean, it would just be really convenient, right? So, those iron bars here lead into a hole. Something tells me that there is more to this area here, considering there's a hole down there that we see something on the minimap, but we don't seem to find anything. This area specifically. The hole is right below this throne, so assumption is something is with this throne or inside this room here that we need to activate in order to get down there. Ah, such as a switch. Something is opening. You hear the rumbling very faintly. Very faintly, actually. So, do you have Featherfall? I don't think you have Featherfall, do you? No. Alrighty. So we can go down there. Why? Why not? Let us see. Oops. Wrong button. The inventory button is right next to your lookup button for me. I should probably rebank those. More of those guys.
I have no idea.
Ouch. That was a good shot, buddy. Soldier of Fortune down. mage. Probably don't want to get over there. We just lure them over here one by one at this point, I think. Because they're not terribly smart. They will just one by one walk into our choke point. So we go over to this wall here. Hopefully not getting sniped by those ogre mages. Trying to sidestep those abilities is rather difficult overall. There's more ogre mages. There's a lot of mages actually. Also, where are you guys shooting? That I can't even see. Oh, hi. Welcome. Welcome to my channel. Killing ogre mage. They're shooting up to the right there, which there must be an enemy there. Those are the enemies actually that shot us from in between the areas briefly. So of course there's enemies there. Can't seem to hit them like this. But what I can do, pretty sure. Ah, come on.
I have no idea.
They can't hit us right now because the area is protecting us. To an extent anyways. And that's that. Whoa, he just fell down.
Yes, we've done it.
Shoot this guy over there. Basically it's a ranged battle to an extent right now. Oh boy. You enjoyed the Krieg and stuff? I don't know what that is. Whew. You can kill everything with the breath. Most weapons seem useless. Well, actually, Elspeth melee range right now has a weapon good enough to rival the breath of the dragon, but the dragon breath is just at range. The only thing the dragon breath can't really kill, or reliably anyways, is enemies that are too small and the dragon breath might just go right over them. We actually had rats earlier where the dragon breath just straight up went over the rats essentially. Let's actually do this so he does not dodge our attacks, because enemies in real-time combat are way more competent at dodging attacks than me. So we just stopped that nonsense altogether by stopping time. Which is really convenient if you ask me. So, alrighty, that was that. All ogres down from now. There's another path. Did manage to dodge, that's okay though. We just shoot this guy over here for now, until the soldiers are too close and we can no longer shoot past them, I think. This poor guy, I don't even want to shoot at you. It just happened to be in my way.
I've never seen one before.
That ogre magi is still rather strong overall. He just slides back down! He cannot even melee us at this rate if I just wait long enough. Also, it looks like that shot got caught onto the ogre war
Never
leader.
seen one before.
The war leader, you say? Probably want to
Never
take
seen
care of
one
him.
before.
Or take him a little bit more serious. Even though he keeps sliding down. Alright, a good night, sir. Aha. Ooh. We have green dots now, which means there's no more enemies around. Never mind. Enemies just basically came back. Present key. Wait, when did I get that? Must have picked it up without noticing. Ooh, my weapon is destroyed.
I can't repair it.
Oh no. Does anyone have basic repair? He does basic repair item.
Ah, I can't fix it. Ah, I can't fix it.
That's unfortunate. We need your axe back. He was just punching enemies at that point. Something destroyed our weapon. Probably an acid breath. Or something like that. 2d4. Let's see. What? Okay, that sword is slightly better still than the axe. Oops. What happened to the necromancer from yesterday? We dropped him to pick up a dark elf. Basically just diversifying our party a little bit. We do have a pretty dark person with the vampire still in our party, which I do plan on keeping. So we get a scroll. There's probably some more enemies over there. We could actually end up resting here to recover our spell points, but for now we do have still enough health to just carry on, I would say. Plus we still have enough spell points, I guess, to heal a little bit. It'll be fine.
There's some power.
Arabelle Hunter. You look like a Verat. And hi, there is more of those guys. So, we actually know that, if you remember, Arabelle Hunter was quote-unquote being held hostage or blackmailed. But at the same time, she was kidnapped for real as well on top of it, so...
Too easy.
That poor other guy, his daughter, was not in particular nice shape. Arabelle Hunter, thank you.
My father sent you to rescue me? I'm grateful. I will return to my father and let him know of your assistance.
No problem.
I don't know it.
I'm actually curious. If I cast telekinesis on you, will that make you hostile? I hope not. Telepath it is. Ring and 8 gold. So, Arabelle Hunter,
Hello.
she will return because we saved her. But there's still enemies around, you probably want to take care of them, so they don't take care of her. I don't think that's actually a thing, but you get the idea. Personality, luck. Aha, I dodged that. Ogre mages get down. Goodbye, steps.
I have no idea.
Sword, chainmail, prison key. Wait, another one? When did we get that one? Accuracy, purple, red. Pick up all for the Minotaur here. And that seems to be the last one. White, green, and yellow. No orange ones, they're not terribly smart. Okay, I don't know what those bones are. They look rather... large for corpses. Maybe they had some food. Maybe it's just an indication of, look, we kill those guys. Either way, we save Arabelle Hunter. We have a damaged sword. We need to get that repaired. And yeah, we just walk back outside, I guess. Is there anything else over here? No, this is just the exit. Have we gone over here yet? Or is this another exit? Oh, this is... Right, in order to get up there. I see now. I see now. Too easy. Something like that indeed. Whee! By the way, if you fall, you take fall damage, but you can also... Basically everybody yells and... Ah! When you fall too high. But they also get scared when you jump up too high because you walk up a ramp too quickly. Righty. Managed to survive. By the way, I like doing this here sometimes, just because, why not? A bit dark, so... You can see we are pretty high above ground, right? I can fall. Basically, you can cancel your flight if you want to. And you people get scared if you do that. I don't think there's usually much of a reason to cancel your flight, but it's a thing you can do. Alrighty, we have done this, we have saved Arabelle Hunter, we've also destroyed pretty much the Ogre fort, so they should no longer be camping the site, although there's still quite a few ogres along the way. We do have ogre ears that we can deliver right over here somewhere. Delicious there. Indeed. Ingredients, we already know that. Make weapon. Maybe I should just make random weapons until we're done. Because I don't know where the other guy is that makes items instead. Plus weapons might sometimes yield something really good.
Can't carry it.
That's okay. Wasp stingers. We have a few wasp stingers. I do believe I don't need to specifically click on the character for wasp stingers. Nope. Alright, that was the wasp stingers. Ogre ears are more on the main part of the city. So we're right over here, I think. Not here. Over here? Not here. I wish I marked it on the map. I'm pretty sure I didn't. Did I? No. Wasp stingers I did mark. Because I did not know that one. Okay, we bring him the cheese eventually. Promote to Dark Elves if we find Kari Blackthorn, which is somewhere in the Murmur Woods.
The shop is closed.
It's not a shop, but we can wait until dawn, and then we can train, which seems like a good idea actually, because we should have probably gotten a lot of experience.
Session just started.
Alright,
Excellent.
we are now level 13.
Excellent.
We are now level 14.
Excellent.
We're 14 as well.
Excellent.
He is 12.
Excellent.
And the lady here is level 9. We also get fully healed when we do that, which is really nice, kind of as if we were resting on top of it. Because this does take in-game time, so to speak. Until you are properly trained up. So, where were the ogre ears? I thought it was on the outskirts over here too, but I didn't find it. Although I did stop searching after I found the... Oh. Other stuff. Nice. Alright, ogre ears delivered. Let's go and deliver
Leave it.
some weapons that we don't need to the weapon shop. You never understood why you can't train everyone at once. Feels so inefficient. Yeah, it's probably just a relic of old.
We carry only the finest.
If you ask me. Display inventory, just sell everything. I don't think we need any of those items. Yeah, no, I highly doubt
I
those are
have no
terribly
idea.
valuable. So, we keep this axe here. Actually, no, we keep the other weapon. We repair this one. Hopefully we don't get acid sprayed anymore too much anyways. And also, I would like to...
How can I help
learn
you today?
skills.
Lower class.
We haven't really learned plate. Oh, we have learned plate. Oh, I must have missed it. So we can use plate.
How can I help you today?
I would like for you to identify this plate armor. Supreme plate. Swift. Plus 15 speed, plus 15 accuracy. Knight. Oh, only for knights? Each Grandmaster of the Blackshire armor skill creates a master use suit of plate as proof of his right to hold his station. It is not unusual for a guild member to spend 10 to 20 years in the creation of one of these suits. Pretty extreme if you ask me. So, can you actually use that?
Wish I could.
No, it's only for knights. Oh boy. And Rapolar, yes, I do know. Or, well, I did. Welcome to you. Good evening. I hope you had a good day so far. Also, I apologize, I do keep it in English over here, but don't worry about it too much. So, we have a better sword now. We keep this one here as a backup sword. Wait, that's a thing to identify.
Worthless.
Rock Blast. We did get a prison key. Wait, is that the same one? Oh wait, prison key just doesn't get used up, does it? So in this case, I don't think I need this anymore. Probably. I'll just leave it here. And in case I ever need it again, I can go to the other dude and say it. I lost it.
Greetings.
Probably. Buy special. No, we actually want to sell some curiosities.
Rarities from across the land.
Rarities from across the land.
Indeed. Let's see. We just sell the scroll. Don't really have much of a use for it anyways. Sell more scrolls. Wait, there's another prison key. Wait. Are there more than one? Is
Business
there
was
more
a
than one prison
pleasure.
cell in there? Let's give this to our Minotaur. Also, you have some stuff to sell. Also armor to sell for
How
that
can I
matter.
help you today?
Speaking of armor to sell, we don't really have much of a use for this one here. For now. So,
How can I help you today?
we now have a buff on her that makes her a better merchant. She sells it for 7,244. I don't get a knight in my party, I don't plan on, so goodbye. So we go to the curiosity shop, sell the remainder of the things we have here.
Rarities from across the land.
And that's almost cleaned up our inventory. Almost. We still have plenty of those regions. While she is not that proficient in
Business was a
alchemy,
pleasure.
she is reasonably proficient. Alrighty. Clean up the ogres. Where do we need to deliver that quest? Dun 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 dun. Also, Rapoller. I did not expect that anyone would show up from that article, but you're most welcome. If you enjoy it here, please enjoy your stay. If you're just here passing by, I wish you a good day. Those are reagents. Those are actually nothing else. Oh wait, I actually just realized he even has the very basic chainmail. I could have, I could have given him a better chainmail. Same with this lady here. I'm a derp. Can you learn
How
leather
can I help
here?
you today?
Oops. Learn skills. She can learn leather and shield. Wait, Dark Elves can use shields? Oh. I did not realize that until just now. That is actually kind
How
of
can I
neat.
help you today?
So... why did I sell the chainmail? Rip chainmail.
Lower.
Let's
Well,
actually
I
see real
never.
quick. Leather, she can... oh. Oh, Dark Elves are actually getting really proficient in chain. I did not realize that they can become super great at chainmail usage. Okay, fair enough. Yell? What did I do? Those wasps also generate some honey somehow, so they are not just pure wasps, I guess? Or maybe they took over some beehives. I'm not entirely sure. Either way, they're not entirely bad overall.
It is
Yeah, we can't fly and rest for some reason. I wonder why. Okay, teachers. What I need to look for is a bow teacher. Dagger expert is an Alvar. Right. What kind of weapon do you generally want to get proficient at, lady?
We carry only the finest.
Here. What kind of weapon can you get proficient at? Bow, dagger, and sword. So dagger and sword is equivalent for her. We don't have anyone else to really use swords. You use axe, generally speaking. She's going to use daggers, you use maces. I guess we can make her more proficient in swordplay in the end, so I guess that's what we're going to go for. So I will want to make her more proficient in sword and bow. That is my current plan of action. I will want to make her proficient in dagger. We already have expert now. She also has sword expert, so that's a plus definitely. Also, she wants to get air magic as well, which is in Daggerwood Island. We need to definitely go there. Alrighty, lots of things to do overall. Basically building up our characters, just looking to do whatever we can do. She also wants to become better at Dark Elf Mastery, so we want to look at this as well. So Ravenshore is sword expert. We want to go back to Ravenshore for her to become more proficient in swords. Then dagger expert is in Alvar. We know that one. Dagger master is in Ravenshore. How many points do we need for master again? From 4 to 7, it is plus 5 plus 6, it's 11 plus 7, is 18 points invested in order to make better at daggers. She could already use 2 daggers, which means we could give the sword over to this lady here and swap it out. And also could become proficient at daggers in Ravenshaw. That sounds like actually a good plan to me. So we need to get a second dagger that is reasonably competent. Bow expert is in Daggerwound Island, so we need to travel there anyway. So that's another reason why we need to go to Daggerwound Island, I guess. So Daggerwound Island is air magic expert and dagger expert and stuff like that. Then we have mace expert, Ravenshaw. We probably want to get our cleric up to that as well. So those are 2 things in Ravenshaw already. And leather chain is in Ravenshaw as well. We do want to get chain expertise as well. That's the 3 things. Plate expert is in Daggerwood Island. That's Daggerwood Island +1. That is 3 things in Daggerwood Island for our Minotaur, getting a bit better plate. We also want air magic in Daggerwood, just to confirm this is in Daggerwood indeed. We also need to see whether we can reach the other islands for the remainder of the disease to cure the other quest, because now we can fly, we can actually go there. Water magic expert. I'm not sure what water magic will provide me with, and I'm not sure I will have enough skill points to invest in there. So I'll keep that in mind for later. Body magic expert. I do want the Minotaur to be proficient in that, and also our other healer, so that is something more. That is 4 things in Daggerwood Island. So we have a lot of things in Daggerwood Island and Ravenshaw already that we want to become more proficient in. Dark Elf Expert is in Alvar. I'm going to skip out on that for now. We will go after Dark Elf Expert a little bit later. Then identify item. Daggerwood Island is master. We don't need that for now. The current items we find, we should be sufficiently covered. And if you find something super good, we can always go to a identify guy. Repair item would be nice, but we don't really have anyone who can get proficient in that for now. Expert perception. Master is Shadowspire. I feel like I want to become master sooner rather than later with my Minotaur as well. Disarm track is Expert Daggerwood Island. Right, that's one of the things as well, so that's 4. Let's just go over to Ravenshaw, then we go search for a trip to Daggerwood Island afterwards. And brings to you, Grobbly. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. And yes, we saw the chainmails. Like a dummy I am. My main quest is to go to Iron Sand Desert, but my other quest was also to cure disease on Daggerwood Island. We couldn't reach the other houses. Probably. I'm not entirely sure that's true, but that's kind of my assumption. So the stables are here, hopefully to Ravenshaw. Sorry, come back another day. You know what? We are coming back another day. We are just waiting right in front of your house.
Need a coach?
And you're just waiting right in front of your house for a little bit longer.
Need a coach?
Until we finally can go to Ravenshaw. Alrighty. Alright, let's see. What do I need here real quick? Master Axe, that would be nice. Expert repair item. Speaking of which, what is your repair item proficiency? Not all that great. No one else can repair item. Oh well. Fair enough. I guess we just always have to run back to repair items. Master Bow. We actually need Expert Bow first. Expert Staff, Expert Chain. This is definitely something we would like to look into, although we need to be wary. I really want to have her air magic leveled up first. So I can't invest too much into chain yet. Right now I would have enough still. We already did get this on chapter 4, so we can level this up. Alrighty. can level up sword as well. I think sword was around here as well. Let me just wait until we see whatever. Grandmaster Merchant was here. Mace. Expert Spear and Expert Mace. You definitely want to become better at your mace here. That sounds like a good deal. Let us just head over there while we do that. I believe this is right here. No, it's not. I was mistaken. Right here. Expert Mace. Thank you very much. So Expert Mace, what that brings us is skill added to attack bonus. So +4 attack bonus. I'm not entirely sure what the difference is between attack bonus and attack others. But, oh well. So, she can become Dagger Master right here. Which is something I definitely aim for. That means I'm going to equip Elspeth with a dagger. Which reminds me, I still have a very basic weapon there equipped. So we just need a second dagger. Maybe we can pick up a second dagger. There's really no harm in picking up another one. Just even if it's a very basic one.
Are the best.
Yeah. Very basic one. This one is... Let me just check the... Alright, this one is more expensive, so I assume this one is better. Here, she has now 2 daggers equipped. She will attack with both of them and deal decent damage. She now has a sword, which will also deal decent damage. Let's continue checking. Expert Chain. Yeah, I'm going to wait until we get back to Ravenshore. The only way back from Dragonwood Island is through Ravenshore anyway, so if I have still stuff left over, I'm going to keep that then. Expert Spear, Master's Expert Sword. Right, we wanted to give her an Expert Sword skill as well. So I think this is more impressive or important right now, since she will be mainly our sword user. There we go. Sword has been leveled up, so she does not have enough skill points for chain, but we want to keep that in mind. This is here somewhere. Master Dark Elf, Expert Fire Magic, Meditation, Plate Master, not what I'm looking for. I want the Expert, which is, I believe was in Daggerwood Island. Alrighty, in this case, we go back to Daggerwood Island, or try to anyways. Attack bonus, at least in D&D terms, refers to the ability to hit with an attack. I see. Well, that's nice.
Sorry, come back another day.
Sorry, come back another day. Alrighty, we'll just do the same thing again. Wait until dawn. Wait 1 hour. Here, we need to fly again. You know, you would think you could just fly over to Daggerwood Island, but to be fair, that would probably be quite a trip for Ithilgor. But considering we can just stand here for hours on end, without too much of a repercussion, it should be fine.
Come aboard!
Daggerwood Island. I guess 5 days to Daggerwood Island is pretty pricey. So, now finally we can fly around. Boy. Also, we can actually now reach the pirate ships. This is a capitalized boy. I wonder whether you can interact with this one.
I have no idea.
Admiral Nelson. He just shoots at us, but we shoot just back. He has a lot of health, by the way. Alrighty. 77 gold. Wonder whether there's any point in killing those guys. Pirate ship. Yes, this is a pirate ship. I do agree with this. Let me save real quick before we interact with this. Don't seem to be able to interact with this, even though it is capitalized. I don't know what is up with those. Maybe there's something more special. Oh well, that's okay. So, alrighty, we know Daggerwood Islands areas are here. Expert bodybuilding. I don't know what the other thing is. I can't read below it. It's right here anyways. Expert bodybuilding, yellow fever. We do have the... Wait a second. Thanks for the cure. Alrighty. So we did deliver the yellow fever cure here. Master Arms Master. Alrighty. That is what is here around. Other than that we are looking... Oh, N is the thingy that I'm looking for. Earth Magic Expert. Expert Plate is over there. There we go. So we just need to go straight ahead for Expert Plate. For our Minotaur. To become more proficient in plate. That way I will be able to use plate armor with less of a speed penalty. I think that's the idea. Yellow fever. We've done that. Yellow fever. Yellow fever. Oh! Yeah, yellow fever epidemic is over. Thank you for your help. Also, I just straight up missed this guy. Oh no! I could have completed this way earlier already. I just missed that he was here. Well, master identify item. Expert disarm trap. Nice, that's exactly what I'm looking for. So I could have completed this already. I thought it was weird, because I didn't remember there being any other islands, but oh well. Master identify item. I don't think I even have expert yet. Oh, you do? Well, guess what we are doing. Thank you very much. And holy cow, what are you guys doing? Uncapable. Just subscribe for 20 ROMs in a row. Background guy 2 for subscribe for 21 ROMs in a row. And Spooky is subscribed for 24 ROMs in a row. Holy cow, guys. That's a really long time and nice coordination. Did I miss a meeting? I feel like I missed a meeting, didn't I? Thank you so very much, guys. Welcome back, and I hope you are enjoying your stay. Let me check my Discord real quick. Am I missing something? I feel like I'm missing something. Oh, are you doing the start thing yet? I think I'm being summoned. Oh my goodness. Colthor, thank you for the sub as well. Welcome to you, sir. And I hope you enjoy your stay. Yeah, I think I'm being summoned, guys, so... We're probably going to just real quick complete what I was aiming to do here, and then I'm running off. Expert bow? Excellent. Can you become expert bow as well by chance? Yes. Sounds like a good choice. While we're here, we check whether you can become expert bow as well. Do you even have... No, she actually cannot become expert bow. You cannot become expert bow either. She can become grandmaster bow, I know that much. Checking these real quick. Expert leather. Grandmaster spear. Expert air magic, that's what I'm aiming for. Grandmaster regeneration. Alright, we're running over there, and then we are probably done for today, ladies and gentlemen. We're just picking up... You have a good reason, to say the least. I apologize. Alrighty, also I could go now and buy Toporsk fruit, since we know where we can sell them. We can just buy a ton and then sell them there. Probably. I don't actually even know whether that is all that valuable. I can't believe I just straight up found this one. So, now, with expert air magic, we can show treasures. Treasures are blue marked on the map, and those include reagents that are just laying around, but also treasure chests. As you can see, there are those reagents in those craters, the meteorite fragments. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, in this case, this was number 2. I really enjoy this game. I really like this. This is just kind of like a nice breath of fresh air. I will continue this. Maybe I should reach out sometime. Do your thing, don't stop. No major updates? Alright, in that case. I'm a derp, but I guess we continue for now. They said I can ignore them. You know, you would think with all the red in chat with mentioning my name I should know this. I didn't. So, those pirates just took out our poor little friends, the lizardmen. We can't take them out in return. Alrighty, we're just continuing here for a bit longer then. Thank you very much, guys. Appreciate that. Let's just explore the areas that we couldn't explore before. Also, since we can now board the pirate ships with impunity, they can just go there too. We now have 2 expert bow guys, and also there is looking like there's an island over there. But this is the end of the map, we cannot go any further. Kind of sad actually. This guy here?
Why should I know?
This is the pirate. If you remember, I left some of the pirates alive so they would not respawn. I wonder whether if I kill the pirates here on the ship, whether they are going to be respawning still, or whether they are going to stop respawning.
Why should I know?
So this is Admiral Clausewitz. Holy cow, he just straight up took out this guy in one hit. 61 damage. This guy is
I don't know it.
not to be taken lightly. I'm going to bless Kari here,
I have no idea.
so she will hit with her weapon.
I've never seen one before.
Ooh. Alrighty. So we're just using the range tactic again. You know we can just dodge. Can make her conscious again. We can dodge because we can fly. Of course we do. Whoops. So that was a pretty strong enemy to say the least. Admiral Clausewitz is down. I don't even know. I use Whoops. Well, that's our first regular death, I guess. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Rohani. That was not planned. Not like this, anyways. Once again, there's one dude left, just so they would not respawn. Invisible walls. Yep. That was rather unhealthy.
How may we serve?
So, healing only costs 10 gold, reviving costs 350.
Walk ahead.
Whoops. There's actually a status that is even worse than death. That is obliterated. And that is also rather unhealthy. So, by the way, as mentioned before, or earlier already, what I did as a kid, when I first started playing this game, first of all, I ended up getting bows because I realized how really good it is to have a ranged weapon. So I grinded out bows really slowly and awkwardly because I didn't really know anything about the game. Then I stood here on the shore and just, you can't target the pirate yet. So I ended up just wiggling around until the arrows eventually managed to hit the target there on the boat. And that's how I managed to kill the pirates and get a ton of experience without it being much of a problem. So here, however, we do have something, actually 2 things in fact. This is the southeast corner of the map. The southeast corner of the map has 2 things. One is a weird tower. I actually don't know what's in here. I have no clue. I think there's something over there. At least it looks like there's something here on the map. I don't even know what that would be. I actually genuinely don't know. Don't tell me, by the way. Also, there's a limit to how high you can fly, but the terrain can scale up further than that. And in theory, I can walk up it. Oops. If I'm just careful enough. And indeed, this is an obelisk. I did not know that was an obelisk here. So obelisks exist in this game. Summer Day. What obelisks do is they give you cryptic clues about the whereabouts of something magical, powerful. I have to admit, I don't know what it is. So I only know obelisks from Asterix and Obelisk. No, that's a different thing. I actually only know obelisks from Heroes of Might and Magic 3, where if you gather enough clues from the obelisks, it reveals the location of an artifact, which you can then dig up and bring back to your city, which essentially builds a monument that gives you a ton of money and more creatures, and essentially a ton of benefits per turn. That's an obelisk. So, asteroid and obelisk. of course. And also here we have the enter the plane of Earth. This is a really, really dangerous area. I'm not going to go there. Not yet anyways. I'm going to go there eventually, don't worry. But for now, this is too high level for me. We are just barely out of the kindergarten, entering school, so to speak, and we are already flying around because we have a dragon in territories that we probably shouldn't be in for a while. Which assumes there's probably something here. The volcano has apparently pulled this ancient building from the bottom of the sea. Who were its mysterious builders? Uplifted library.
What lies ahead?
I've never seen one before.
Triton
I've
warrior.
never seen one before.
Triton and
There's
boulders.
some power.
So
I've never seen one before.
she counted on this,
There's
but
some power.
this one is 3d10. That means it is 3 to 30 damage from
I've
this
never
one.
seen one before.
We don't know this one. They are probably, presumably, significantly stronger than the other ones. So
Now we can rest. Now
before I do that, let us use bless, so we increase our chance to hit. Sounds like a good plan to me, if you ask me. Didn't I want to get expert body magic somewhere too? Now that I think about it. Alrighty, let's try to not get killed. Hi. The greetings to you, Kingspunks. Welcome as well. By the way, the asteroid and Obelisk doesn't come from me, that comes from Kishura. This is kind of something she accidentally mentioned, and that just ingrained
I've
itself
never
into
seen
my
one
brain.
before.
Alrighty. Hit, please. Oh, no.
Haven't seen one before.
Maybe I should kill the weaker ones first.
I have no
55
idea.
damage. That's decent damage to say the least. 8 damage. 32 damage from Elspeth. That is pretty competent. What is that on the floor? We were standing on some debris.
I have
This
no
guy-
idea.
He should be dead soon. So basically the body of this guy is just holding up a shrapnel. And it didn't hit us. This guy is going away. I don't know whether they have ranged attacks, but I'm going to take care of this guy
I
first.
have no
Who
idea.
is a more immediate threat. Okay, this guy is dead. Killing Triton Warrior. Now we can kill the boulders. So we survive here. That's a plus. Yeah. I shouldn't have talked too early. They just throw the thing through a boulder at us. Basically, probably one of its kids or siblings. We already killed 2
I
boulders.
have no idea. I have
That's
no
a big boulder
idea.
right there. Oh. Rip. Oh, by the way, if someone dies, usually...
I can't mend.
Right! I needed to check that too. Usually if someone dies, their equipment breaks to an extent.
I have no idea.
So... This is pretty unhealthy.
I've never seen one before.
We should be able to kill it.
I don't know it.
Oh boy. There's more enemies around here. We found some gemstones. And we're out of here for now.
Tackle this again later.
We're gonna attempt this again later. Yeah, that's exactly my thought as well, buddy. Wait. What kind of island is this? Why are there some people dead? I don't think I've been here before. Oh, it's probably because... I see. It's probably because they were running into those things where the volcano shoots fire sometime. They're not heavily smart. What is this? Orange barrel. Well, orange barrel goes to our friend Ithilgor. He has more spell points afterwards. Another important thing, picking up the corpses of the pirates. They are not worth much. And I think this is pretty much everything. This should just be open sea over here. Do that, let's do it again. Yeah. And the thing is, remember the mines I've been in? Here, let me help you, buddy. Good job. Remember the mines I've been in? Also, pirates still respawn even if I kill the leaders, so unfortunately that's not a thing. Remember the mines I could have gone in there in near Alvar? Well, boulders are in there as well, which... oh, wrong way. Which is why I didn't want to go there. And I don't think that actually helped me. Nope, this is not any closer. Either way, boulders were in there too, and also the plane of Earth, there's also boulders in there. I know they are strong, I know we probably can't take them on yet. And I figured maybe we can kill some of them. Yeah, we can, but at what price, I guess. So, at what price? Well, the price of
How may we serve?
a lot of pain. And not too much gain.
Walk ahead in peace.
Thank you, appreciate that. Where's my... oh, I was pressing the wrong button. I was wondering why I couldn't fly for the time being. So, we need to repair our weapon. I was wondering why Kari wasn't doing any damage. It's because her weapon was destroyed already. So, let's see. Armor needs to be repaired. It needs to be repaired too. We need to see whether we can... oops. Buy some other stuff too. Oh boy. Okay, that's that. So...
How ready you for battle?
just one weapon that needs repaired. That is a really expensive weapon to repair. Holy cow. I didn't exactly catch how much it was, but I just realized that was a ton of money because I have a lot less now. By the way, I believe Wizard Eyes or spells buffs are bound to the caster. So if she falls unconscious, we no longer have Wizard Eye, if I'm not mistaken. Might be not entirely correct, but I think I'm accurate in this. So where was the armor shop? Armor shop. I keep forgetting where the armor shop is in this area here. I always know where the weapon shop is. It's ingrained in my brain. But the armor shop? Isn't it over here? There it is.
We got your gear.
Oh, I have stuff to sell too. Right, I did pick up a trident. So those are not terribly great items. Of mind resistance. So he sells it for 645 gold right now to the lady here. And mind magic does not longer work apparently, according to my Windows thingy. Good night, mind magic. That's unfortunate. Oh well. I think this is a fine cue for me as well to just kind of stop anyways for now. I do want to catch up real quick as to what the other rip runs were doing, and I did want to do some more runs of Seeker of Mana if I find the motivation to do that. Alrighty, I will come back later most likely. If not, I will update you on Twitter or on Discord, but ladies and gentlemen, I guess that's it for now for Might and Magic 8. I will continue this. Once I return, I will already have everything repaired. I will have everything done that we just did right now in order to not waste too much of your time. But I think that's okay. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Thank you for lurking. Thank you for being awesome. I appreciate all of you. And maybe until next time, take care, everybody.